with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tides, true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly.
Feeling out of place in this place right now. Everything has changed for the worse somehow. Everyone's off the face and I'm the odd one out. The DJ isn't great and the music's loud. I would rather be in my bed sleeping than deal with all these people. One shot, two shot, three shot, four. All my friends are on the floor. I can't do this anymore. I should have stayed at home. These days don't feel the same. Everyone's on cocaine. I swear I hate this place. I should have stayed at home. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Someone put me out of my misery. Feel like everyone here is judging me. How do you call this fun? Oh, it's a mystery. Call it what you want, just stop calling me. I would rather be in my bed sleeping than deal with all these people. One shot, two shot, three shot, four. All my friends are on the floor. I can't do this anymore. I should have stayed at home. These days don't feel the same. Everyone's on cocaine. I swear I hate this place. I should have stayed at home. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. One shot, two shot, three shot, four. All my friends are on the floor. I can't do this anymore. I should have stayed at home. These days don't feel the same. Everyone's on cocaine. I swear I hate this place. I should have stayed at home.
Come and run again. You want a dose of this right now? It's KD 어땠는지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 괜히 수워서 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you running it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game said I'm on fire with the blade you're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa so keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보던 좋아할 거야 we're so tough let's get it show you up can you feel the rush
in slow-mo. I'm a god, but I actually don't know. Homie, better put your pride aside. I'm a Benz, get more like a Volvo. Your best stuff looks like my words. Synapses, fire, and burst. Got the whole crew with me, about to do damage. You know we ain't average. I ain't gonna say this again, but it's in my time. Better look in my eyes. I'm a genius in the skies with my heart on my sleeve. You force you a block to a king in his prime. Everybody got a line. Sit back with the stars in line. I finesse like my life on the nine. Was a diamond in the rough, and now I shine.
No one could stop us, they'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Yeah, shutting it down. Been in the ground and my people all up in this place. Spinning this thing, gold on my ring, royalty up in my veins. I'm loco, think I'm so cold. I say something, ain't no going back. Now they ask where Kiki's at. I'm like, you can't hang with that. 쏟아져 빛이 멀게 된 눈이 멈추지 않아. Once we go, 내게 더운 날로 모든 뼈 빨리 달려. 넌 못 따라와. True damage we do it. True damage 보여줄게. 뭐든 쉽게 이기든 지든. My crew make the beat. No one could stop us. They'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You should quit sleeping on mine. You got your back on reclined. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprise. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Biggest my self-esteem. Run it back, man. They think they go hard, I'm like, come again. You run out of time and I'm busting in. While you stumbling, I got this blade in my hand for your punishment.
We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking. On a mission and get high up. I know that I'ma die, reaching for a lot that I don't really need at all. Never listen to replies, learn the lesson from the wise. You should never take advice from a nigga that ain't tried. They said I wouldn't make it out alive. They told me I would never see the rise. That's why I gotta kill 'em every time. Gotta watch 'em bleed too. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking. Been that nigga since I came out my mama. Thinking God that he never wore a condom. Proven wrong every time till it's normal. Why worship legends when you know that you can join? These niggas don't like me, they don't like me. Likely they wanna fight me. Come on, try it out, try me. They put me down, but I never cried out. Why me? We're from the wise, don't put worth inside a nigga that ain't tried. They said I wouldn't make it out alive. They told me I would never see the rise. That's why I gotta kill 'em every time.
Listen to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. I'm start walking.
This is what you came for. Blood on the game bow. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment. Eyes on a puppet. Can't think, chest just open. And they're singing your praises. La la la. Screaming your name. La 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 la. One more step, you're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, where? Yeah, we. Hey, welcome to the big show. Next on the ladder, is it your name in the rafters? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Moment of silence. Bad guy woke up and chose violence. And they're singing my praises, la la la. Screaming my name out, la la la. This is why we're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, where? Yeah, we. I'm on my knees, pray for glory. Anyone read this underdog story? I can't lose myself again. Help me raise this sword. I'm brave. Once you play God, but once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, where? Once you play.
It's pouring in, you're laid on the floor again. One knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins. Aiming so high but springing so low. Trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Holding inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not but inside I know.
Today's gonna be the day you notice. 'Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumbered
10 to 1. Back then, should've bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path, once it's begun, you're already on that list. Say you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired of explaining what the truth is.
She's the devil, she's sharpening her nails and she's hiding little horns in her hair. Candy coated, her lips are full of sugar. She'll kiss you, then she'll kill you, beware. She's calling me at 3 a.m. Suddenly I'm out of bed. I'm driving as fast as I can. She's pushing me over the edge. I am possessed. I've got a play date with death. I go to hell and back to get her back again. If she wants a savior, I could be the one to save her. If she wants a lover, I could be the one to love her. She gets away 'cause she's beautiful, crazy, delusional, dances at a funeral. If she wants a savior, I could be the one to save her. She's a hell of a good time. I'd be lucky to be the gum she scrapes off the bottom of her Jimmy Choo's. Skin like satin, I'm wrapped around her finger. For her, I'm always in the mood. She's calling me at 3 a.m. Suddenly I'm out of bed. I'm driving as fast as I can. She's pushing me over the edge. I am possessed. I've got a play date with death. I go to hell and back to get her back again. If she wants a savior, I could be the one to save her. If she wants a lover, I could be the one to love her. She gets away 'cause she's beautiful, crazy, delusional, dances at a funeral. If she wants a savior, I could be the one to save her. She's a hell of a good time.
I ain't no man in the middle. That ain't no man, that's the devil. He acting all confidential. How about that 38 special? I ain't no fucking beginner. Got a veto. Any boy with agenda. He walk around in that denim. The good, the bad, and the random. It's only one he can handle. That boy go bad in the nighttime. That boy got hands on the wrong thighs. I got that Dolce on that Dolce on that Dolce on mine. That boy woke up in the wrong room. 2 girls and 2 bad tattoos. I know what's up and what went down up in room 432. Desperado, you son of a bitch. Chicago, let it up at the Ritz. And I didn't sign up for this. You fucking son of a wild thoughts of pulling up where you at. With champagne in a Louisville bag. I know you didn't sign up for this. You fucking son of a bitch. I ain't no dame, I'm the devil. The side of me, she ain't Jessie. I got some plans of redemption, some other things I won't mention. You're gonna fucking remember. That girl roll up in a G5, lay back and sharpen my knife. I cut it off like Lorena, I'll take what's left of your pride. I think that judge would agree, you fucked up fucking with me. You know a passionate woman that made the worst in me. Desperado, you son of a bitch. Chicago, let it up at the Ritz. And I didn't sign up for this. You fucking son of a wild thoughts of pulling up where you at. With champagne in a Louisville bag. I know you didn't sign up for this. You fucking son of a bitch.
I'm gonna fight them all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says leave it alone. Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it, from the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones says find a home. I'm going to Wichita, far from this opera forevermore. I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweat drip out of every pore. And I'm bleeding, and I'm bleeding, and I'm bleeding right before the Lord. All the words are gonna bleed for me, and I will sing no more. And the stains coming from my blood tell me go back home. Tell me go back home. Yeah.
I miss my old emotions. I miss the pain I used to have. I'm going through the motions. I'd sell my soul to make me sad. I needed something to help me get through. I wanted something, and the doctor said to take this pill. You'll feel much better when you wake up numb and your brain's been severed, and your heartbeat won't be based on the weather when you sell yourself to me. Took your peace, your pain, your pleasure, and I left you with one face forever. You won't hurt anymore. Be careful what you wish for. Something is missing, this predisposition. I feel like I'm living inside of my head. How can they sell you on something to help you, then tell you it might make you wish you were? I needed something to help me get through. I wanted something, and the doctor said to take this pill. You'll feel much better when you wake up numb and your brain's been severed and your heartbeat
pleasure, and I left you with one face forever. You won't hurt anymore. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful, be careful, be careful what you wish for. Be careful, be careful, be careful what you wish for.
Such a big mistake. Why it's not your color, what I mean to say, and my feelings haven't changed. And my feet getting cold, she said. Is it 20 below? She said. There's something I must confess. I wish it was you instead. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I'm the old, he's the new. Watching you got me feeling blue. Got me feeling blue. Daily beloved, for better or for worse, he's better in a hearse. And my feet getting cold, she said. 20 below, she said. Something I must confess. Wish it was you instead. I'm waiting on the priest to give me my time to speak. I'm not gonna hold my peace. I wish it was you with me. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I'm the old, he's the new. Watching you got me feeling. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I'm the old, he's the new. Watching you got me feeling. Got me feeling. Watching you got me feeling. Got me feeling.
Hello, everybody. How are we tonight? Who is excited? Final game? Final game of Division 2. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be your host yet again. If you didn't catch last night's stream, I'm Octorombus, otherwise known as Corey. I'm one of the casters, and I'm joined here tonight with Simon. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Simon, or Dim Simon as you can see, and together we will be your casters for tonight.
Hell yeah! Who's keen tonight? Oh man, it's the adrenaline is there. It's next level. We've got the Baldrels going up against the SubUrban dads. It's a game. I must say it's trying to follow SubUrban's dad's players. They are all Phantoms on the Rift. Was trying to get like some stats together, some pre-stuff. Very, very difficult. With the Baldrels, we have a couple. I will go through the stats later on into the kind of pre-talk and stuff like that. But I'm glad if you're catching us on Twitch or if you're catching us on Discord. It's a pleasure to have you here. Okay. I'm just going to quickly turn down the music on my side here. Okay. who is going into tonight? Do we have any fan favorites in both chats? What do we have our money on? SubUrban Dads or the Baldrels? Simon, what are your any kind of preference? You looked at any of the teams? Do you know what maybe any champions that you'd like to see getting played by any of the players?
I've had a quick look at the champion pools just from the OPGGs. Gotta be honest, some of them are real mysteries.
Absolutely, well. Yeah. I've like the past like 2 hours, I've racked my head around some of these, but we tried. we do have a decent lineup, I think. So, Indigo saying, I hope the dads are just absolute weapons. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. Imagine they just like Uber Smurf on absolutely everything, but we'll leave that for the game once we're in it. It is a best of 3 and it is Fearless tonight. So pretty much first one to win the second game walks away with the this series. If you don't understand Fearless, once a champion gets played, they cannot be played again. So we're keen to see it. Agraha, that's rude. I swear if this bozo pulls out some rage top against the poor lads. Yeah, Agraha, have some mercy, bro.
Look, the chances of Agraha pulling out a range top are low, but they're never zero.
They're never zero.
Quick look into his history, we see a bit of Ash, we see a bit of Zeri. Look, he has those marksmen in his pocket, and we know real psycho top laners aren't restricted to your tanks, your bruisers, even whatever the flavor of the month support that's supposed to go top. Everyone has a little pocket ADC in them at all times.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go, whilst we're still waiting for the game to start, let's go into just a quick rundown. So, first things up, let's jump onto the Baldrels here. Going into this, in the top lane, we're going to have Agraha. He's walking into this at plat 3. He is going to be the top laner for the Baldrels, which, looking at it, he has some comfort picks at this kind of, in Division 2, I think the best way to go into this is stepping away from this, from meta and what would the LCK play, right? So the comfort champions for the top lane looks to be a bit of Ornn, Aatrox, and Renekton. Aatrox and Renekton having a lot of sustain, a lot of healing on there. Renekton, the raged Q, healing a large amount. Aatrox, just whatever damage he does, he heals a flat amount of it. So we could see some top. I did have Varus there in a question mark, just in case, Agraha wants to pull something fancy out. Varus, normally ADC or APC, whatever, but we have been seeing him bully some top laners a lot through Worlds as well as in the LCK. So, it's OBL. We might be able to see that.
Yep, that's right, Octo. The one thing that I will point out that's very interesting about this top side from the Baldrels, a lot of the comfort champs are those top meta. You'll see them in LCK, you'll see them in LEC, you might see them in LCS now that they're back from being the LTA. But what really interests me are those, each of them have something that you might not see as often in pro play. The Varus, yes, the Shy did play it last year, and in a world where it was once successful, might be meta now. But I want to direct your focus towards Eliza Lucina in the jungle. We have Jarvan, Xin Zhao, Wukong, fairly common 80 bruiser engaged type junglers. But then we have Amumu, who, if some of you remember from a couple years ago, was super meta as a tank. Except it wasn't just a tank, he was a bit of an AP carry at the same time. And Echo, who for the longest time has not been back in pro play, and I think that would be extremely interesting to see.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I would love to see the Amumu come out, because in this current season, in this kind of patch, I haven't seen him get played too much. So I want to know if Amumu does come out, is he still on the more tanky side, or does some AP and stuff like that? Is it going to come through and come in kind of swinging? Alongside that, I don't know why the music has paused. I'll get that going again. Where is we're going into the jungle with Eliza. She is going in. They're going in silver 4, which this is a reading from season 25, which is either their recent kind of peak or their kind of last placement. Accompanied with in the mid lane we have a silver 1, again also season 25. But I was very excited on Tall Trains. We're seeing one of his like highest mastery mid laners is Azir, which is always really good to watch. I think out of everyone here, Tall Trains, Azir, Talia, Yone, Ari, Oriana. Okay, Mr. Korea. So it's gonna be really interesting. I want to keep an eye on the Baldrels mid laner. Going in towards the Baldrels bot lane, where we have the bot and the support here. Bot laner, Goldu, currently getting placed. He tends to play a lot of like the Caitlyn's there, Jin's there, as well as Ziggs. A bit of the kind of slower lane pressury, kind of the bully types, as well as a couple hyper carries, the Jinx and the Kai'Sa there.
Yeah, absolutely. And with a champion pool like that, I Will Climb is definitely a name that you would give to this bot laner right here. And as you can see from the comfort champs, most of them are quite long ranged. So they're looking to establish a bit of lane dominance here, especially if their opponents on the other side will be playing something a bit more aggressive. You know, they want to control the lane. And in last season's meta, and in this meta especially, control of the lane and control of the pace of the game in the early game will rack you up a little bit more gold, and now even a bit more progress towards your ADC quest. And that could really be the turning point in tonight's match.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And honestly, it looks like they're matching up with a good, if they are support, the Maokai's there, the Leona's there, the Nico to some regard. If a lot of the range is I Will Climb is going to kind of throw into these matches, I would put my money on. Needs to be a good front to back kind of setup. The Maokai, the Nico, and the Leona can provide that, as well as going back to this. If we can get a nice bruisery top lane, the Aatrox, the Renekton, the Ambessa, as well in the jungle, a Mumu, Jarvan, Jinjiao could go on. It could really make a strong setup for I Will Climb, which is the Baldrels bot laner.
And absolutely. Oh.
No, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and if we take a look towards, once again, Joker, the supports champion pool, see, they are all very much playmakers. Even Lulu, who you wouldn't really, as an enchanter, you wouldn't really consider her a playmaker. But like at the top level of play, Lulu can be quite the difference maker. And you know what? In the OBL Division 2, last game of Division 2, even a Bronze 1 support might be able to pull off something absolutely crazy with the Lulu.
Hey, even Bronze 1, don't throw slander on our low elo brethren. With that, let's go have a quick peek at the SubUrban, the SubUrban dads lineup. With this, we are looking in the top lane, Greasiest Green, currently placed at silver 3. A lot of his comfort champs are, again, they're the tankier sides and the bit more bruisery sides. I would love to see Shogarth come out. He is probably one of my favorite champions currently. And then with that, again, the kind of bruises, all that sort of stuff. In the jungle, we have Whitey, which is Bronze 1. He placed that last season. A lot of AP dominance in the jungle here, across their kind of most popular champs. Now, Ring Stinger, the mid lane for SubUrban dads. This one gave me so much grief trying to track down what they play and who they are. And I can comfortably tell you, I have no clue. So going in, I can see across on his mastery pool, he does have a lot of Vex, Twisted Fate, and Vigar. Morgana are through in there. It could, I'm not too sure if that's what he plays in the support kind of lane, or if he does, Morgana mid. Outside of that, the unknown characters, they're the only 4 I can rightly pick down for the mid lane. So I'm not too sure beyond that.
Hey, that in and of itself might be their draft strategy. Not having played any of the characters means their opponents can't prepare for any characters, right?
That is absolutely a great, yeah, that is a good take. It's like, if it gave us grief, I'm sure everyone else is also going to be having troubles trying to figure out what's going there. Suburban Dads, we're looking at the bot lane here. We have Rambo Cambo, Bronze 2. Now, please note on both of these are the placements from 2021 and 2023. We're seeing a lot of Caitlyn out again in the bot lane. So on both teams here, we could be looking at a couple bans, otherwise they're going to try and fight to see if they can seize Caitlyn, because both ADCs play this. I threw Swain in there because we have seen him get played as like an APC sort of character. Outside of that, we have the hyper carries, Vayne and Ezreal, and the lethality monster that is Misfortune.
Yeah, and the Swain being a little wrench of the work, something a bit different. On the Baldrels side, ADC pool, quite standard, quite controlled, quite sensible, one would say. And sensible is great, sensible is consistent, but when something like Swain, a random APC, is thrown into the mix, we really don't know how that's going to end up. And especially since this information is back from Season 21, that's 5 years ago. Game has changed a lot in 5 years. So, I'm sure Rambo Gambo will either play his comfort or he's going to come out with something completely different that we haven't seen from him in the past couple of years. On the flip side, in support, Wolfgang Parker, his comfort champs are Thresh, Zillion, Pike, and Bard. These 4 champions can be crazy playmakers, but at the same time, these 4 champions can also be, let's just say, play unmakers. As you say, a lot less consistent than the.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to cut you off there. Draft has started, so I'm going to. Yes, we are 2 minutes early onto the draft, so I'm going to quickly jump over to here. Okay, so Baldrels side, the very first ban, we're seeing the Nocturne out.
All right, instantly. Just that paranoia is such a powerful tool, and sure, the Baldrels have done their analysis and whatnot. They're a bit scared of Suburban Dads pulling that out. Early ban for safety, especially given the ADC champion pool, completely understandable. But now the question is, what's going to be the next ban? As the Mel ban comes in from Suburban Dads, Mel, a very powerful champion, especially in the chaos of Division 2 here. So we're really liking that ban.
Yeah, and if I'm curious to know if the Mel ban has come through, if we don't see a Caitlyn ban here, I would actually put my money on the very first one being maybe a Caitlyn just instant lock. Which, if that is the case, because Mel, the W, let's say towards the mid to late game, Caitlyn hits like an absolute truck on the auto, not on the auto, sorry, the ult. Mel could W rebound that. Well. Exactly. So I'm curious to know if the Mel ban is because one of these players, which Baldrels are leaving over from the Caitlyn, and Suburban Dads in response with the Ari ban, who are they going to take out next?
Look, with those 2 mid lane bans from Suburban Dads, I think they'll be looking towards either the Caitlyn ban, and if not, I think they'll have something prepared specifically for the Caitlyn. I don't think they would ban out the Mel and leave the Caitlyn up unless they were thinking of something to play into it. On the other side, the Baldrels have taken away the Thresh, big playmaker, and have taken away Silas as well, and Suburban Dads are going to lock in the Wukong ban. So we'll see. Will Baldrels first pick Caitlyn? No! It's going to be Malphite!
Alrighty, now curious to know. I did see, I think it was either on the Suburban side or the Baldrels side. We did see a Malphite jungle. I was having a look at that. So this could be Malphite top. I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at a Malphite jungle here, though. Suburban Dads, they've got 5 seconds. They're looking at the Nunu. They are locking in the Nunu.
Yep, so 2 potential big fight starters in initiators. Nunu Willip as well, great smiting power with the damage from Nunu's Q. But Baldrels does have a bit more flexibility with the Malphite. It can be flex top, it can be flex jungle. In some cases, someone might even flex as support. Like, we're not the LCK. We'll flex anything anywhere. So that's going to pick up here as well.
That is a very good focus going into a lot of Division 2 games. Again, for Twitch and Discord. This is not LCK, LCE. This is not Worlds 2026. A lot of the kind of meta picks do tend to take a bit of a backside here. A lot of the characters will lock in things that they are comfortable with. SubUrban Dad's locking in the Braum. Baldrels locking in the Nico. Again, Nico could still be a bit of a flex, but I would go ahead and go with a support, especially if they're going to follow it up with the ADC that is Ashe.
Yeah, with Ashe and Nico, they're quite an oppressive bot lane. Nico has a bit of poke with her Q. Ashe herself is essentially a poke champion during lane. And taking the Ashe also denies SubUrban Dads the possibility of a full Freljordian lineup, as you see Braum and Nunu taken. So they have something to defend their ADC now. They have someone to initiate fights. And Jinx is a great pick in this situation. With Braum's shield, he'll be able to block all that poke from Nico and Ashe, and to even intercept someone who might want to dive on the Jinx. And Jinx, with the safety behind the Warden like Braum, she'll be looking for resets, she'll be looking to scale. Once she scales, she becomes a team fight demon.
Going into this, I reckon if the Braum can play its cards nicely, Braum shield up and Ashe ultimate, wiping it out, we could get a couple clips here. It looks like SubUrban Dads for the second set of bans. We are seeing Ambessa being taken out. Baldrels, top laner, very effective on Ambessa. In response, Baldrels taking out the Shogarth. Another. That was the highest mastery on the SubUrban's Dad's top laner in response to. So it's honestly, that seems like a bit of a handshake.
Yep, absolutely. And that's both top laners' comfort picks taken away. In particular, the Ambessa being taken away by SubUrban Dads means that Baldrels will have a bit of a harder time jumping on the Jinx in these team fights. The Malphite can pass through it, yes. Nico needs a bit of setup to pass through it, yes. But it's eliminating a couple options for Baldrels to just delete the ADC at the beginning of fights. And SubUrban Dads now have also taken away Zahen, strong option as well. But I think they're generally taking it away for that, taking away that firepower from the Baldrels.
Baldrels taking out the Darius, which makes me curious. We have the Malphite, which could be in the jungle or the top laner. Let's say Malphite is in the jungle. If they're taking out the Darius, that could leave open a Juggernaut, a Bruiser, and a tank in the Baldrels top lane still. Darius, very effective tank killer. True damage on the ult, E passive, and flat armor penetration. Which, let's say, with Malphite, if it was to be Malphite top lane, which again, very armor reliant, it's just a good ban. So it's good to see that. Linking back around to what you were saying earlier too, with SubUrban Dads wiping out the full Freljordian kind of lineup. I will say this on Twitch and on Discord. If anybody gets a actual game in a theater, be it all Zorn, all Piltover, or all Freljord, I will do a shoey live on stream. Absolutely. If you can manage to win a game playing as an actual like kind of nation, shoey on stream, guaranteed.
That's right, guys. If you want Otto to do a shoey, you just have to play a TFT comp. You play a vertical TFT comp.
Yeah, if you're playing Zorn 5, Shurima 5, anything like that. Back in towards the game, SubUrban Dads locking in the Morgana. Baldrels in response, going in with the Swain and the Severe. Looks like the bot lane. Swain constantly a menace with the Urgot. Okay, sorry, that caught me off guard. The Swain in the as a support, followed up by the Severe. So I like this lineup. I really, really do like this lineup. It makes me then think that it probably is Malphite in the top lane then, and maybe Nico in the jungle.
Yeah, absolutely. Though to be honest, I won't put anything past anyone. We could see Sivir in the jungle. By law, she has been in the jungle before, and maybe that's the angle Baldrels are going for. But I agree. Having Malphite in the top lane so he can scale up with that top lane EXP and that top lane gold, while you leave Nico to run around, throw SubUrban Dads off with a bit of camouflage technique, could be the angle that the Baldrels are going for. I will say I'm a bit surprised by the Urgot pick, knowing that Malphite could be in the top lane. Urgot being a bruiser, once Malphite picks up that Thornmail, laning becomes a little bit harder, and it doesn't quite really have any targets in these teams fights to really just run in and do a little flip, right?
Yeah, well, we in the top lane, if between Malphite and Urgot, Malphite, a lot of poke ability. However, then Urgot, his execute, it's not a flat damage amount. It's a under 25% health execute. If I was Urgot, I would be probably going straight into a Black Cleaver here if we're seeing Swain and Malphite. Get that that kind of armor reduction on there. And going in on the Malphite. So we will wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. That Black Cleaver first item would be great to set up Jinx for team fights as well. Are we heading into?
Yes, they're just having a couple technical difficulties. We will get in there soon. My boss is
just like the LCK.
Yes,
just
my
like the LCK.
My boss is having a go at me. Can someone shoot this ugly guy, by the way? It's Ash top, Malphite jungle, Nico support, Ash top, I promise. So, we're going to wait ahead. We're going to see. I hope I'm correct in my kind of call, but we're going to see.
Honestly, I hope none of us are correct. I hope we see something absolutely bonkers. Well, it's the end of the week. Let's have a little fun. Look, we might get a Nunu mid. We might get a Ghost Cleanse Nunu mid. Like, we can see anything. Jinx might want to go to the jungle as well. She's looking for Warwick. Like, that's her dad, guys. Oh, shh. Spoiler alert, that's not her dad.
Collat saying, why do they have Ash and Severe? Great question. Unfortunately, I think Fancy might be correct here. Oh no, I'm definitely in trouble. As to everyone again in Discord and Twitch, just whilst we are waiting for this kind of spectator cam to happen and everyone lock in here. This is my second stream. Simon, is this your first or?
This is my first stream with the OBL.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say Octo production, chef's kiss.
Thank you. I try hard, and I really like kind of messing around with all this this kind of stuff. It's just fun. So thank you for the compliment. With cross Twitch and Discord too, by the way. If audio levels out of sync, visual bugs, no music, someone's too loud, let us know. I can control all the settings on the fly. I can adjust things, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, kind of just, take that to note, everyone, please. We're trying to make a good stream, a good viewing kind of system, I guess. Darcy B, Octo-chan, you're doing great. Thank you. Haircut looks stunning. Brilliant, thank you. I was a bit unkempt for yesterday's stream.
That's alright, both chats. Let's throw a couple emotes in your chats for Octo. He is simultaneously casting and observing a task that not many people can do. I know I can't do it. I have focus issues.
Hey, I can only just do it, so let's not throw me in there yet as I can. Oh,
Sure,
all right.
will enjoy it tonight.
Yeah. Which we're seeing Ash in the top lane. I'm curious that might be Malphite mid.
Oh.
Which, if that is the case, let me just double check this. Malphite jungle. That means Fancy's also incorrect. So that means everyone's wrong. Hopefully that is the case.
United in incorrectness. That's what we are. Here at the OBL.
Again, Division 2, final game of this week. This is a best of 3 series. This is Fearless. All the characters that you will see in this game you will not see for the rest of the night. So, going in, we're going to see a couple more interesting characters come out here.
Yeah, one thing to point out is in a nice out in the outback here. We're not like your LCKs and your LPLs. We don't have deep champion pools. The sun has evaporated most of our pools as it's burned our skin and caused several droughts. So as we go on tonight, we will see a lot of comfort picks being banned away. We will see a lot of comfort picks being banned by Fearless Draft. And once we get through the nitty gritty of, like, say, maybe one game, if we get to 1-1, that's 2 games, I think the drafts will become very, very interesting. Instead of being the champs that you want to play the most, you want to pick champs that you hate the least. And I think if we get to that point, we're in for one hell of a show tonight.
Alrighty, and with that, I'm quickly loading in again. If you weren't here for yesterday's stream, you might remember that the client was having a couple issues. Let's go with. Unfortunately, it looks like it is still persisting tonight, but I'm jumping on this as quick as I can. So we've got the spectator delay. I've quickly left the lobby and now reconnecting. So going into this, we should be able to see them still running out of the fountain, not they won't be level 2, unlike game 1 yesterday.
Yep, production's just informed us that there's a little bit of a delay with some technical stuff behind the scenes. Nothing too serious. Don't worry, everyone. We won't be here for 2 hours. I don't think Corey and I have enough experience with ice cream to discuss for 2 hours. We could probably discuss the weather. We are from different parts of Australia, I think. So I think we're taking turns getting either burned to death or drowned. And clearly the weather doesn't quite care about us here. But we are heading onto the rift right now. Thank you, production. And we'll just see everyone start running out here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any level 1 cheeses unless you count the game pause.
Well, we are, to be fair, in the production thing, we knew that there was going to be a bit of an issue with the voice channels. They're kind of up in the air currently. It seems like they might be in a voice channel outside of the OBL, so we can't actually see it. It's just to keep everything fair, that the staff and the moderators, they can see the kind of games going into this. And make sure there's not like 9 people in a call, 1, 2 watching the stream calling out, stuff like that. We do have a spectator delay, but this keeps it fair across the board.
Yeah, just a little bit of a classic competitive integrity. As
I'm setting us back just 5 seconds after the chrono break, and everyone is now running out. I will bring up the items. I know that was wanted yesterday. I did have it down a little bit. What is going on here?
And it looks like, in addition to the weather trying to kill us, the NBN has struck again, everyone.
There we go. Alrighty. I think maybe just the spectator delay. But
yep. Oh, good. And we see a little bit of an early skirmish here in the jungle, trying to get rid of wards. There's fairy fountains. I forget what they're called. Throwing in a spanner into the new season.
Yes, I think they are the fairy fountains. I should get up to date on all my actual new season kind of terms. I will get the objective timers also up there on the right side. I'll be doing.
Guys. A little bit of a poke down here, a bit of bush cheese. Any bit of extra damage in this lane, the Siva Nico and the Jinx Braum, any little bit of damage is going to be nice to either force your opponent out of lane or to get you a little bit of push that you can set up for an objective. And I think that's what both bot lanes are looking to do now.
I just want to make a quick jump to the top lane. Yes, it is Ash top accompanied with the Urgot. So, Urgot, my sympathies are with you.
Yep. It's not too bad as the Urgot. The Ash will be pretty oppressive, but you do have those ranged options to just pick up CS where you can. And that's pretty important in this season 2026. Picking up minions and EXP, everything goes towards your quest. And once you hit those big quest power spikes, we might see teams look to make plays. As we see Whitey come up here for a little bit of pressure, but Agrahar knows that he's not really in any danger. He has his flash up. He did use his ghost just to be safe, but with that push in the top lane, yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that obviously Whitey's presence in the top lane was enough to get Agrahar to pop the ghost on Instinct, which is good to see.
Yep, absolutely. As bit more poke coming in from I Will Climb here. Joker and I Will Climb working together to really bring those health bars down. Lots of potions used by Greasiest Green and Wolfgang Parker here. And we'll see if they're able to sustain themselves as this wave is pushed in. A little bit of clone shenanigans to get a bit of distance for the Nico. And yep, level ups are coming in. Bit of slamming the tower. That tower playing gets a bit more important as we're coming close. Oh,
Rambo
last-
Cambo's the level up coming in just in time to save him from the looks of it.
Yep, and he's very, very happy that he didn't die there. That was a fairly big wave being pushed in by the Ash. If he died there, would have been all of that CS, all of that XP gone. But he will be able to teleport back in. Like, we'll lose a minion, but we'll be able to pick up the rest. As a bit of pushback from Greasy's Green here, a lot of hits, rockets landing on I Will Climb. But the Silver Nico will just walk out. And we'll see if either of these bot lanes want to stay around. Mana is low, health is low. Whitey's hit the Scry's Bloom, so we know that there's vision for both teams here. But looks like Eliza Luna is just going to take the scuttle and then look for a back, as will Whitey here. So no play being made in the bot lane here. And their lane will just continue to flow as it has been.
Whilst nothing is kind of happening, a bit of a scuffle in the bot lane. Let's quickly just scroll out. Currently, blue side vision. No wards in the enemy jungle currently, so that's going all right. On red side, again, no wards in the blue side jungle. So both junglers, they're kind of just looking at, kind of gauging whereabouts each other are at. The Nunu and the Malphite are towards top side. They might be making a play. Or they could be in the kind of option for it. We'll have to wait and see, though.
Yep, so you see, with both junglers moving towards the bot lane, we see pings come down that Whitey has been spotted on a ward. Liza Lucina is there. They will drop a couple slows, but Nunu able to flash out together with the W preventing him from being slowed. He'll be fine here. That flash, maybe Whitey will want it back later, but with Nunu's mobility, with the snowball and the spear that you get from it, I don't think it's too bad of a trade to make sure you get out of that alive.
Yeah. I in agreement, and with that, the moment that the fight looked like it could be happening there, Swain instantly teleporting on the ward just here, just to make sure that if something was to happen, he would be there. His presence to be known.
Yep, and his presence in the lane is very much known right now. With the Lost Chapter and about 24 CS ahead, he's in quite the commanding position over the Morgana here, and I think he'll be able to continue pushing those waves in and just bullying the Morgana a bit. Morgana, not necessarily the strongest laner, and will really show her value in the team fights to come with the Black Shield, with the Root, and eventually with her ultimate and the stun as well. I would like to point out that I think the fights will start when those junglers start hitting level 6.
Yeah, which, 6 big power spikes currently. Everyone except the bot laners and the junglers are 6 now, so we'll probably be seeing a bit of a fight come out in 7 minutes. Dragon has just spawned, so both teams might be looking towards a play there now.
Yep, if you look to the bot lane, you see both bot lanes have reset at roughly the same time. Sivir coming back with Caulfield's hammer, Jinx coming back with what I think was the BF sword. Little sidestep from I Will Climb will keep him safe. Those two bot lanes want to be very healthy right now. With the Drake up, any really bad trade or even a kill or something would set up their own junglers to move in and take in that first Drake. It is a Cloud Drake, I think. I can't tell from the color exactly.
Chem Drake, currently.
Chem Drake. I'm colorblind is what I've discovered now.
Oh, sorry, app. Which this one? There we go. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, the Chem Drake would be pretty nice for the Swain, would be pretty nice for the Nunu, but it's a pretty net neutral power objective here. We'll see if teams want to really play for it, or they would rather use it as a place to set up fights. As speaking of which, the snowball is coming in, but immediately deterred by the Eye of Sauron coming out from Swain. And here we have the Malphite walking through the bushes as well. He blends in with those bushes because he is green. But no action up there. A bit of action down here. Bomb going down very, very low. Flash forward. Can Joker find the last auto? He's really looking for it.
Oh!
Hold that up. Oh, yeah! I'm down! Sniped out the Brom! And it'll set up the bot lane to pick up another kill on the Sivir. Greasy is
Oh
really
my
trying to make something
God.
of that, but unable to. And that's 2 quick kills in the blink of an eye. Over to...
Ash ult from the heavens, from the top lane all the way to the towards the bot lane, cleaning up the kill onto the Braum. Very, very beautiful. Well played, Agra. Whitey making towards a bit of a snowball into the top lane, but kind of not really finding anything, not really getting anything. Looks like they are going to go for Void Grubs. I'd be interested if Malphite would follow up with the Chemdrake. Looks like they don't have vision. Oh, Ash has given vision now, though.
Yeah, and I think Alonso Luna is going to give up those grubs. In exchange, they'll take a Morgana. Another purple person from the Rift removed. And it looks like Agroha is actually fighting Whitey down here. He's going to barely get around the snowball. And now he's going to take a lot of damage. Agroha, I don't think he can stay for too long. The last grub won't go down, but Agroha really... This range top, the strength of this range top has allowed him to move pretty much wherever he wants so far. And his arrows fly across the screen, so they also go anywhere they want. And all of this to say 3 kills over, Chemdrake over, a fairly solid 3k gold lead at 9 minutes.
Yep, we have 2 Void Grubs going toward... Oh, hang on, wait. Ash ult making it looking towards the bot. Doesn't find. No, it does not.
But it's okay. Because Joker,
they take a kill anyway.
Pop Blossom will lock up Greasy's Screen. Greasy's Screen will go down. And now a wave being pushed in. This plate being taken. Huge reward of a very, very sneaky chameleon play. And they might get a little more of walking. Pucker's going to continue to take that pretty greedy back right there. We'll see if he'll get poked out. Looks like he won't. He'll get away nicely. As we turn our attention back towards the mid lane, a massive CS lead being built here, given the gank from Eliza earlier. Toltrain's very quietly 0-0-1, but once these team fights start, I think you'll see that he will be the center point of this.
Yeah, it's currently, we're already 4 kills on the kind of blue side here. No kills on the red side, which is looking unfortunate. It does look like Baldrels are going in on the final kind of grub here, which would reject all 3 grubs going towards the SubUrban dads.
Yeah, but just anything to really limit the power from SubUrban dads. And look, great route from Ring Stinger here, but that's a pretty tanky boy over there. Speaking of tanky boys, here he goes. Toltrain's able to flash out. I don't think Missing has enough.
Quickly dashing towards this. Two fights happening at once.
Action all over the Rift, but one of those fights will result in 2 kills. And now at 3-0-2, this Sivir is very accelerated over the Jinx.
Yeah, bot lane 3-0. Severe's way. Jinx with 3 deaths. It's I'm just going to quickly swap to the gold. So far, Jinx sitting on about 3,300 gold in total. Severe with a 4,500. 1,200 gold difference currently. So it's growing.
Yep. And with a character like Sivir with a strong wave clear, she's going to simply continue to push out those waves, pick up all that gold, and reach that quest. Speaking of quest, Rambo is on a quest of his own, but he gets frozen underneath the tower. He's going to keep moving forward. He's going to hit down, but no, it's Agroha with that true ice bow, able to get away with just a bit of HP and extend his lead.
I respect the Urgot. He saw it. He E'd, he flashed it, not quite the distance, but I saw the angle. I do respect the hustle. Quickly looking towards bot as Malphite's coming in.
Yep, another fight's breaking out, but I don't think this one's going to go any better than the last couple for the SubUrban dads. Big Malphite ultimate will lock up the Jinx. Another kill given over to the Sivir. And now, given the strength of towers, is this diveable? I Will Climb says yes, but Whitey says no. Spell Shield will prevent him from being knocked up, and a Pop Blossom is going to stop Nunu and his best friend Willem. Again, 9-0 is the score. And even at this low health, I don't think Tall Trees is very scared. He just spits out lightning. Unlimited power will grant him another kill and an even bigger lead. We haven't even gotten to real 5v5 team fights. It looks like Baldrels really running away with the game.
Yes, in Twitch and Discord, can we get some Fs and 07s? It is 10-0, like 10 kills on Baldrels side, 0 kills on the SubUrban side, 13 minutes in. It is, currently, it is Division 2. It could go any way. Urgot just finishing his top lane quest, he now has a enhanced teleport. It's, we can't write it off Division 2. It could go any way. Dragon Soul, Baron, anything like that. Still winnable, exactly, Lolpulu. So it's going to be an uphill battle going into this, but it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So
okay, hear me out, Octo. This snowball, it curves like the JFK bullet. It hits Abraha. They get a big shutdown. The dads are back into the game. Unfortunately, right now, the only thing the dads are back into is another not so great situation. Flash is blown by Ring Stinger, and with those resources down and this push in the bot lane, they will take that second Drake easily. I Will Climb's going to continue just mowing down these waves, pushing in a cannon wave of their own, and I gotta say, it's pretty tough, especially with someone like Ring Stinger, who's now died once again.
And, Swain solo killing the Morgana there, unfortunately. Urgot ult coming in.
A real Hail Mary. But honestly, at about 7k gold deficit at around 15 minutes, there's not much else you can really do.
Both bot laners low on SubUrban Dad's side. Severe might be able to stave. They're looking for maybe a kill here. But the tower will fall.
Yep,
Nunu's coming in.
As is a Silver ultimate coming in so it can chase after them, but I think they recognize that there's a bit of a threat. Spell Shield will block the Nunu ultimate, but it's not quite enough. Someone might go down. A kill might be put on the board for SubUrban Dads here, and it will. Big shutdown, unfortunately, going over to the Braum, but a bit of gold going to Nunu with that Nico kill. It's not impossible. That 7k gold lead is now a slightly smaller 7k gold lead.
Kanchana saying, "Come on, dads, do it for the parents and all the Broms in the world." There is still a little bit of hopium, a little bit of copium going on. Again, look at the bounties at the top on town. There's a total of 800 gold in towers, 300 gold in top side objectives. There's a lot of gold in bounties here, but so it is possible to close this now. 6.5k gold lead, but who can get it? Will SubUrban be able to claim it first?
Yeah, SubUrban Lads are going to have to put themselves in a bit of a power position in order to start taking these objective bounties. Something like a bit of an overextension from anyone on Baldrels. Unfortunately, Baldrels is fairly long range, which makes it a bit harder to be out of position. And SubUrban Dads, they're lacking a bit of flash engage. There's not much they can do off the snap of a finger to really catch Baldrels out of position. Meanwhile, Baldrels, they have the Ash Arrow, they have the Malphite ultimate, they have Swain could snipe someone across the map for a little bit of a route. There's just so much that they can really do to just continue snowballing their lead here. And those objective bounties are great and all, but you actually have to be able to get to them in order to claim them.
Yeah, that is the kind of unfortunate part about the with the SubUrban Dads is with all this kind of gold in the objectives, it's one thing to have the gold there, but can you seize it? Can you take it? We have a Rift Herald coming in the mid lane by the Baldrels.
Yeah, speaking of taking gold, it will be the ADC I Will Come driving that Herald into the tower and leaving the rest of his team. Arrow does fly by, but it looks like there's not many options for the bot lane of SubUrban Dads. As Jinx goes down, Braum gets sent up in the air, he'll fall down as well. SubUrban Dads losing 2 more. and it looks like Baldrels setting their eyes on another mid lane turret. A lot of presence here being put by Baldrels. They have their ADC here. They have a lot of power here. I don't think Morgana can hold on to this tower.
I don't think so, at least not alone. Top side, not really much happening. Agraha and Urgot fighting. Nunu coming in from the bot lane, though. On Vision, she has no ult. Flash pop.
Flash is forced. Flash forward, looking for the root. The Urgot, the old hits. They just have to get him low enough for the execute, and they shut him down. That one. Ignore what happens immediately after that, but that one's for the dads. You too can kill a fed Ash top.
Honestly, I would take that as a win. Game 1, dad's side, clearly. The getting that gold on who claimed that gold actually? Now that I look at it.
Yep.
It looks like Nunu. Nunu got the gold, about 500 gold.
Yeah. So of course you do maybe want that on someone more of a carry, but I think at this point, the dads will be looking to get gold on anyone they can. Big shout down there. Yes, they do lose Rambo Cambo immediately after, but that's only 300 gold. That's a trade up. Stonks, as they may say. Speaking of Stonks, an arrow into a teleport is going to walk forward. The Braum shield should be able to keep Jinx alive. He'll use as well to try to get away. And Jinx looking to run away. They see the map fight. They know they have to fight now. No more defensive options left for Suburban Dad's bot lane. Here comes the ult. That's a knock up and a knock down. Ash picks up the kill. Malphite picks up a kill. Lead further extended for the Baldrels.
Unfortunately, that is the power of the Malphite ult. I'm just going to quickly get a bit of a scroll out here. So currently, Baldrels vision, not too much in the enemy jungle. The vision that you can see is mainly the Ashe W that just came through. We do have one ward there. Suburban Dads, absolutely no vision in the enemy jungle, unfortunately, but that is okay, to be fair. They are in a massive gold deficit and kill deficit. Stepping up is a bit of a risky thing as they make their way on towards the dragon, seizing third dragon of the game, Cloud Drake going towards Baldrels.
Yeah, unfortunately, not being able to put any vision forward means being less empowered to really flip the game in any sort of meaningful way. You'll need to walk up to those objectives if you want to claim any bit of bounty gold. And even with the minimal vision control from Baldrels in their enemy's jungle, they know that they have the power to really take on any fight that comes towards them, and that includes the Baron at 20 minutes. Whitey's gonna spot out a ward over here. I'm pretty sure he's figured out that Baldrels are doing the Baron here. Bit of a vision cone will give him a bit more, but there's not much Suburban Ads can do. So many big circles being laid down right now by Baldrels. It'll pick up a Braum, it'll pick up a Morgana. The Baron going down fairly slowly, but fairly slowly is fine when you have all the time in the world. A bit of maybe we'll see a bit of a hero play from Urgot, but he is jumping away. Looks like he's decided to not even contest it. Whitey will come back, but he won't come back in time. The smite goes over to the Malphite, Baron taken, and it looks like Baldrels will be continuing to expand their lead for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I honestly, with that kind of gold lead, I can understand hovering around to the Baron, but if Urgot, you don't have the damage, unfortunately. With the Titanics, you've got the enemy team there. If I probably would have just gone towards the top side, get some bit more farm. During that kind of back and forth, it's heat of the kind of moment kind of play. But look at the experience, look at the gold. You can get level 20 now. With that too, I did see during the kind of Baron take, Jinx was in the bot lane too. No. It's unfortunately Baron going towards the Baldrels. It's really becoming dire, but it's not over yet. But it is looking very, very dangerous here.
Look, if you're a fan of the dads, put more hands up. We're really going to need more hands up because 2 members already dead. That's only 3 members left to defend these hearts, and with the Baron empowering these cannon minions, you have great siege power in the Ashe and the Sivir. You have great siege power in the Sivir. And it looks like maybe Suburban might be able to get something back here. Bit of an overextension despite their gold lead. They will trade kills 1-for-1 here. Ringstinger will also go down. We'll see if Urgot can pick up a kill. Bit more gold going into Suburban Dad's pockets. But ultimately it is, and it looks like it will be for the rest of the game, Baldrels are pushing their lead, taking towers, and heading straight towards that Nexus.
Yeah, pretty much the entire Suburban Dad team is dead except the Braum and the Jinx. They might be looking to make a play onto the Swain ult
Oh,
coming
look, a
in.
bit of an engaged Braum here, but it is met with the Swain Demonic Ascension. That might just be enough power to kill both the ADC and the support. Jinx can't quite away because of that movement speed reduction, and I guess she'll turn to minions instead. Every step back is more damage onto her, and essentially what is a solo kill? A bit of a steal from Joker there, but look, is the game over? Probably. Is the game actually over? Absolutely not.
Hey, until the Nexus is gone and I'm seeing victory or defeat on my screen, it could still go either way. Is it now a real big struggle? Maybe. But I'm still here for it. It's a good game regardless. And, you know, Division 2, it's the beauty of this. It could still go the other way. A great engage, a, kind of sneaky little Nunu ult in a bush. Braum ult knocking up, massive chain from the Morgana. Could go either way, but it is looking definitely Baldrels sided. Drake up in a minute. That would be Soul Point heading towards the Baldrels.
Yep, and with this bot lane tier 2 tower going down, you're gonna need a bit more of a Hail Mary to even contest that soul point down there. Vision, you can see that Baldrels have placed Vision throughout Suburban Dad's jungle. Yes, they can find it, but can they even get close enough to destroy that Vision? And with that Vision existing for another 90 seconds at minimum, Baldrels will continue to have control of their enemy's bot lane. It looks like Torchfiends is going to walk up and take complete control of their top lane jungle as well. There aren't many options for Suburban that's left.
Yeah, looking Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. Currently, Baldrels Vision, they can see the close jungle. They've got their wards where they need. They will be able to see the Suburban Dads coming. Suburban Dads, they can't see what's happening to Dragon at all. And Dragon is here in 2 seconds coming in.
Yep, that's 1-2. The Cloud Drake has stepped back onto the Rift, and in exchange, Greasiest Green will be taken off the Rift. A soul for a soul, and a soul they will have. We have Joker in the back using Pop-Loss to zone off the rest of Suburban Dads. All this engage coming down, all this attempt to fight back is all for nothing, as Agraha, the menace that he has been this entire game, will hunt down the rest of Suburban Dads. And with that soul point, and with a little bit of a wave, Baldrels will edge even closer and closer to just taking that Nexus.
Yeah, unfortunately, with that Malphite ult coming in, not disconnecting, forcing the Urgot flash away, but it looks like this is game 1 wrapped up and finished. Or maybe not.
Oh, it looks like Baldrels
They might be just waiting
that cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so
they're
it
not
looks
going
like-
for it. They're stepping away.
Oh,
They're just
very
taking a top.
interesting.
Yeah, taking a mid hit and backing away. They obviously, yeah, they're either not too confident or they're just having fun. We're going to see.
Yeah, they really want to back now. Use that gold that they just got to finish off a couple items. If you look into the inventories of Baldrels, they're essentially all full build right now. They don't really need much more. They can buy some Kappa juice with the rest of the gold, but otherwise, it's a pretty done deal for them. It would take an absolute miracle from Suburban Dads in order to even bring this game back to parity. But, you know what we say here in OCE? Neither do I, but a miracle can happen.
Hey, it's exactly down under. Games can get flipped over, so we wait and see. It could go either way. Again, a lot of in Discord and Twitch chat. Let's just everyone get praying for a miracle here. I'd love to see Suburban Dads make an absolute massive play, pentakill on the Jinx into a Baron, into an end in the mid. Copium, there is a universe out there where that does happen. Let's hope it's the universe we are currently in, as Baldrels going in onto the Baron play.
Yep, this will be a fairly straightforward Baron take. Braum will spot it out, but unfortunately they did nerf the Summoner book, the rune today, this year. So nerfs might steal. The only thing being stolen are the lives of Suburban Dads, and it will be their minions, it will be their ADC. rock solid into the Malphite. He probably really isn't scared of any of these towers. The rest of Suburban Dads will go down. 2 Nexus towers are not enough. A little bit of a Tokyo drift coming from Wally to give us a little bit of a flare
Hey,
as his own Nexus goes down. And game 1 will go to Baldrels. A bit of a stump for our first game, but a great way to start for them.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. It's this is why it's best of 3. It is not done just yet. Game 1, sure, Baldrels takes the victory there, but going into the kind of game 2, it could still go either way. So it's up in the air. SubUrban Dads, they are just a group of friends. They pretty much only play ARAM, Rapid Fire Earth, all that sort of stuff. The fact that they're here in competitive spirit is brilliant, and we'd love to see more of that here, especially like in Oceania, all that sort of stuff. So I'm happy with how that game went. Hopefully, Urban Dads, let's pull it back.
Yeah, let's do it for the dads. Let's do it for the lay people, for everyone who doesn't have time to actually sit through 3 games of ranked League of Legends. Because I know I don't. It's been unrealistic to these days. Look at the economy, everyone. That being said, anything can happen. It's only game 1. Let's not be game 1 Andes here.
No, exactly. And Fearless Draft. Good news is, everybody, the Ash top is gone. We're not seeing that one again. So, so hopefully, going into this, we can see Greasiest Green, which is the Dad's top laner, might be able to pull through and make a good play here, a good recovery, and across that, Dads, get back into it. Don't lose mental. There's still a chance. It'd be a reverse sweep. There is a universe, and honestly, $7 odds. I would put my money on that one.
Yeah. Now, with the time we have before we head into game 2, Octo, what do you want to see Suburban Dads change about? Maybe their playstyle, maybe their draft a bit. What do you want to see them pull out for this game 2?
Well, okay, if we're going into that one, give me just 1 second, right? Let's go to this, Suburban Dads. A lot of the comfort picks, I want them to stay on their comfort picks. Greasiest Green, the kind of top laner for SubUrban. The Shogarth got banned out, which is, I would like to see the Shogarth. We need comfortable picks going into this. I would like to see Caitlyn get the SubUrban Dad. So, Baldrels, if you're listening, give it to him, mate. And it's interesting going into this. I would like to see maybe, let's go a couple like bush kind of surprise camps, ambushes and stuff. Baldrels, they know what they're doing. They play ranks. They do this. The norms ranks. They're in this to win. If the Dads are going to have a proper chance at this, unconventional warfare. Use that guerrilla war kind of tactics in the bush, hiding. But again, this is League of Legends. That playstyle might work, might not work. So we're going to wait and see. In the bot lane, the Rambo, Cambo, and Wolfgang. We've seen the Swain get played. We might see a hyper carry coming in, which could be interesting.
Yeah, with hyper carries, we did see what happened in the last game. Baldrels looked very, very prepared to shut down any hyper carry in the early stages of the game. Though, if the Vayne is left up, Vayne, though being a hyper carry, is not too bad in lane. She does not do as badly as people might think. And speaking of which, we're going to head straight into the draft. Suburban Dads are now on the blue side. They've banned Mel first, a Nocturne ban in reply from Baldrels, and we'll start to look at what Suburban Dads has planned.
Yeah, looks like all the same bands here. So we're probably going to see an Ambessa soon, followed up by maybe a Darius, but probably not. I think the Darius band might be the only one up in the air. Mel going, very long range, great lockdown, and the kind of execute passive, that kind of ability, very strong going into this into just any kind of series. But looks like we might be seeing Caitlyn open again, which if it wasn't played round 1, we might see in round 2. Oh, never mind. Caitlyn gone. Third ban for SubUrban Dads.
Yep, and the thresh, the pike denied by Baldrels as well. So some of those more dynamic engaged supports taken off the board. We'll see what Suburban Dads wants to pick up first here, though. With Caitlyn off the board, one of those high power picks is gone, but in exchange, they may get the chance to first pick a top laner. Yes, it's blind, but comfort is king at this stage of play. Instead, they'll take a fairly strong engaged support in Jarvan. It will be answered by Baldrels with the Wukong, most likely. And we'll see what Baldrels really wants to pair with this Wukong, since Ahri has been taken off the board.
Well, it looks like it's not a lock-in just yet. They are just hovering the Wukong. Indigo, thank you for telling me there is no music playing. This is my second cast. I will get on these kind of things sometime soon. We are seeing the Wukong lock in on the Baldrel side now. Second pick. We've seen it's probably going to be J4 and Wukong in the jungle, so all the other lanes are still open. I would probably see to maybe either a mid laner, which, yes, they are going in with the Syndra lock-in on the Baldrels.
Yep, Syndra, control mage, fairly strong early on. Great pick. We'll see some balls fly, and we'll see whether or not that will be effective against what Suburban Dads has planned. Starting with Jarvan gives Suburban Dads a fairly strong amount of options. The lockdown with the Cataclysm, great. The Flag and Dragon, excellent, fairly long-range engage tool. Suburban Dads might be wanting to pick up something to follow up on that engage to really keep the key target locked down, and it looks like it will be Zyra. Zyra for Suburban Dads, picked by their mid laner usually, a ring stinger. So we'll see that fairly synergistic mid jungle duo rise up against maybe not quite as synergistic, but still quite powerful Syndra Wukong on Baldrel's side.
Yeah, and with the kind of Zyra pick, again, we are following. This is why I, during the kind of in the team stats and stuff like that, I stepped away from what they like what they should be playing and any of their kind of picks. It's their comfort picks. Don't worry, I will. They have just put in none. We will quickly get back onto who that was. It's looking like it's a Heimerdinger.
Oh. Raise your dongers, everyone. It's two strong AP options picked up by Suburban Dads. And look, when you're a dad in the suburbs, you come home, the kids have been shouting all day. What's better than laying back and letting your plants and turrets do the work for you?
I will be honest, Suburban Dads, Heimerdinger, that might be the most dad champion out of every character you could play. I don't know what it is. It is dad wired. But so, and it looks like it's a Heimerdinger support. So going to go ahead and see what maybe the bot laners kind of throw into that. Leona ban coming in from the Baldrels right after the Baldrels locking in the Ambessa top.
Yeah, with the Ambessa being the top, likely being picked here, I think the fans will be getting what they wanted. Agrahar playing a real top laner in this series. The Leona ban being removed from being Suburban Dads is interesting given what we know from the draft already. We have the Zyra out, we have the Heimerdinger out, so they're still expecting some form of engage from Baldrels are expecting some form of engage from Suburban Dads, but I'm not quite sure whether they'll head towards that. MF being banned by Suburban Dads is great as well. The bounce off of MF's Q, good at destroying little minions and whatnot, and really it looks like Suburban Dads just trying to set themselves up for success rather than keeping the Baldrels suppressed.
Yeah. Since Suburban Dads haven't locked in their kind of bot lane yet, I would, with Jarvan 4 in play, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have wiped out the Misfortune. I would have maybe kept that open to get the lock in. J4 ult comes in, cages whoever's in there. Then the Misfortune ult coming up. Crit, massive damage in the area, forcing anyone to either dash out or have to use their flash to kind of escape it. But this is the Dad's game. I'm interested to see what kind of what they might throw in to accommodate that.
Yeah, so this kind of draft in might throw the Baldrels off. They might have been expecting some big wombo combo coming through, which is why they banned that Leona and Alistar, who are great at setting those up along with the Jarvan. Instead, Baldrels will pick up Karma. It is essentially a blind pick support in this situation, since they're looking at Heimerdinger. It could go top, it could go mid, it could go support. Instead, we'll see the first of our bird duo, Rakan, picked for SubUrban Dads instead.
Now that is very, very interesting. So we have Zyra, Heimerdinger, and Rakan all in play. I don't know where the dads are going. If I was to have a guess, Rakan will be in the support, Zyra maybe in the mid lane, and Heimerdinger in the top lane, Jarvan in the jungle, Tristana in the ADC role.
Yeah, with that final Tristana lock-in, it will likely be a Heimerdinger up top. That range will be great for dealing with the Mbessa earlier, but Mbessa, once she hits that level 6 power spike, she does have ways to get on to those backline type champions. Instead, we'll see Baldrels as the timer ticks down. Which of their various ADCs they'll pick up, and it looks like they're hovering the Xayah, they've locked in the Xayah. Oh, the Baldrels are bringing the divorce.
Yeah, we have a lovers quarrel in the bot lane. Rakan being picked up by the SubUrban Dads, and Xayah getting picked up by the Baldrels. With the top lane, something to keep an eye out with the Mbessa and most likely Heimerdinger. Heimer, in his kind of in an AoE around his turrets, he does get a movement speed boost. Might be able to run away from the Mbessa with the fucking attack dash, attack dash, attack dash. So there is a chance going into this going to be interesting to go across. We are getting ready checks in the lobby now. And with this, we are now going into game 2 of the Division 2. We are seeing Baldrels go up against SubUrban Dads. Honda Civic, are Baldrels tryhards? Kind of. Yeah, ADC top. Yes, they did just put in an Ashe top. So they're going to have a bit of a struggle fighting the allegations. I'm not going to lie. But kind of going into this, could still go either way.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a triad, especially in the prestigious stage of the OCE Backyard League.
Exactly. Like, sitting here, you gotta remember, going into this is all for fun. This is still a competitive atmosphere. So, are they tryhards? Maybe. The Ashe top, yes, it hurts to fight. They're here to win. And, they're going to use all the cards. They're not going to risk anything. They will use their strongest roles, their strongest assets. Ashe top, a lot of slows. Across map, like stun. Not guaranteed stun, but like, and it hurts. Without any tenacity, it really, really hurts. So it's a good lineup. And going into kind of game 2, I like the drafts. I'm curious to know what the SubUrban's kind of tactic into this. Honda Civic, I mean no disrespect. Love all of my Div 2 teams. Absolutely. It is great here. And when you were fighting up against Team Push, you made a very good display with the Jarvan 4 and Misfortune kind of mash up together, right? So, good synergy.
Yep. And as I think both of us have taken the sip at the same time, take a big hard sip. Sit back. It's Sunday night. Sit back with a beer. Your boss probably is doing the same thing.
Honestly,
it's not that late.
When I got a haircut, getting ready for tonight, so, look nice, look presentable. Yesterday, I had a bit of a Lego hair on with my suit get up. I don't have the suit on today because I was absolutely cooking. I don't think I can do that again, not till like later in the year. But I kind of wish I got a 6-pack of beers just to enjoy the night, have a good kind of event. To Twitch chat and Discord, please let us know if there are any audio issues, no music, anything like that. I'm trying to get, as I say that, the music cuts out. Sick. I'm trying to kind of get everything balancing, everything working as properly as I can. If the lighting suddenly goes weird, My right light currently is like 2% battery, so that could die any second now. But yeah, we're kind of waiting on the spectator delay. We have a minute 10 on the clock. In chat, who do we reckon's going to walk away from this entire series? Do you reckon SubUrban Dads, a collective of just for fun gamers? They mainly do ARAM, Earth, all the fun stuff. Going up against the Baldrels. They are here for the win. They do play ranked. They have platinums, silvers, and bronzes. Who's the fan favorite, and who do you think's going to win? Put it in our Twitch chat and Discord chat.
Yeah, we'll see where the tide seems to be rolling towards. I know there are a lot of SubUrban Dad supporters here in our Discord chat, and honestly, what's not to love about them? Couple of blokes kicking it back. They've probably got beers. Who knows? Don't look into other esports because being drunk is apparently bad there. Overwatch Championship watchers will know. But hey, if they bring it out here, we'll let them drink beers. We'll welcome them.
Looking at the Twitch chat, it looks like walking into this, fan favorites currently going towards the SubUrban Dads. A lot of people going with who do we think will win? Baldrels, but there a lot of people going here for the Dads, which I can't be biased, but you know, I would put my money on the higher odds team here. So
that's right, guys. If anyone has set up a bet with Sportsbet right now, Baldrels are currently leading as the favorites. Though, according to government policy right now, just be careful when you're betting.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Division 2. This is the very final game of Week 1. It's been a pleasure. Trap Team, Stormwolves, Push, Brisbane Logic, all the teams. Been very, very fun. And here we go. We are into Game 2 of the series.
Woo! Back onto our favorite place in the world. The Rift, everyone. Both teams will be running out. Doesn't look like anyone's going for any level 1 cheese, as much as we would like to see that. With the minions being spawned early in the game starting fast, I find that it's been a bit more difficult to set up these early cheeky plays.
Okay. To try and avoid, as some of you might have noticed in game 1, the camera was a little bit jumpy. I'm just going to disable directed cam. I feel like every now and then, I'm not sure what was causing it, but it was like a massive team fight would break out, and the camera would take me to someone's nexus for some god knows reasons. But here we are. So I will try go complete manual camera. And keeping an eye on the kind of lanes. We do have the Zyra and the Syndra in the mid lane. Zyra mid, unconventional. I really like it. Heimer in the top lane, going up against the Ambessa. For now, we'll probably keep our eyes on the bot lane, as there's going to be a fight for level 2.
Yeah, but looks like Baldrels will be able to clear that first wave before their opponents. Give a bit of a head start on wave 2 and on level 2. Zyra, not the strongest level 2 power spike, but it's great, especially into someone like the Tristana, someone like the Rakan, who really, really want those levels early. Level up ticks through, Karma Poke gonna keep coming out, and Rakan's gonna do a little bit of a knock-up, but we're still in a more relaxed stage of the game. Speaking of relaxed, we'll look towards the mid lane, and a couple of fair trades going in favor of Tall Treens. Both potions having to be popped by Ring Stinger here, and that might prove to be a bit dangerous, as both junglers now heading into their respective bottom side jungles, maybe looking for a play, but we'll see what they want to get.
We'll take a quick peek towards the bot lane, as I have seen the Rakan go in. Zyra Feathers rooting them.
Oh, there's a Greasy Screen's gonna jump in. Ignite goes down on Joker, and the stream is frozen for me. Barrier comes out from Karma. And it looks like first blood will go over to Tristana, and possibly even a second. Though I will climb still fairly healthy. 1 kill goes up to Zyra, 2 kills go to Zyra. Bit of a disastrous fight. Love seeing what SubUrban dads are doing, but 2 kills being fed straight into the Zyra is not looking great for them.
Carlos Brand, so dads have swapped their top and ADC. It does kind of look that way now that you point that out. Yeah, Greasiest Green is on the Tristana here. I don't know if that's a rule breach or not, or maybe I got them the wrong way round initially, but anyway, we'll continue the game with that. Fight, J4 fight going in the bottom river here.
Yep, Whitey's going to take a ton of damage. Might have to flash out if he doesn't have his EQ ready. Yep, will flash out. Immediately gets stunned by Tall Train, setting up that Wukong to really lay the damage down. But Whitey might be walking down. Might be a death sentence for him, but instead the death sentence might be on the Wukong here. A lot of damage going down. He is by himself. There's no real follow-up from the rest of his team, but a nice scatter of the balls will let Eliza run out here. So, a lot of summoner spells being burned, a lot of cooldowns being burned, but no one going down in that exchange.
Looks like Rakan trying to go on a bit of an engage on the Wukong, but Wukong kind of dashing away with leaving a clone to stand guard. Again, going into that very first fight, the SubUrban Zad, they were the ones to claim first blood going to the Tristana, but it was unfortunately shortly after turned disaster with Xayah getting 2 kills in the bot lane.
Yeah, Xayah reaching her early item spikes and her early power spikes is going to be really big for those couple of skirmishes as we head from the early game into the mid game. And once she starts reaching those power spikes, man, does she really shred. Speaking of shred, if we look to the top lane, you can see that Agraha's HP is quite low. That's just typical of a... Oh. We're getting a bit more data right now, a bit of health going down, a bit of a jump, and they managed to shut down the Xayah. Joker does have his abilities up, but he might not be able to get away in time. The Rakan, as soon as those cooldowns come back up, a little bit of a hop will set up the Tristana for a double kill of her own. So what we were saying before about that Xayah reaching her power spikes, now equally as valid to be applied to this Tristana. And both of these ADCs right now, once they start rolling, hard to stop them.
Now, this is what we wanted to see coming into the game 2. Obviously, game 1, the nerves, they were there. This was their first game in the actual competition outside of scrims. So, going to game 2, SubUrban Dads, they've got the 3 kills against Baldrels 2. So, going into this, it's going really, really well.
Yeah, you can see Rambo has set up a little bit of a nest for himself. Doesn't want to walk up too far because that public execution is available for Aguilar now. A lot of slam and thunder being come down, but just being responded with equal power. These turrets really showing into Aguilar's HP bar. The refillable pot, the Doran's shield, great for like covering from that for a bit, but still, bit of damage is a bit of damage. Speaking of damage, this ward is getting severely damaged.
I just wanted to jump into the bot lane here quickly. There was a bit of a standoff. No massive engages, no kills that came from it, but the teams, they are eyeballing this dragon. They know it's here. They know it's there. It's about 4 people responded to this and were trying to see if they could look for an angle. Not quite yet though.
Yeah, vision is in place in the pit for both teams, and from the pings we can also see that Baldrels have identified pretty much exactly where all of SubUrban Dad's wards are. So it's basically no man's land. But you know what's not no man's land? This bot lane. As I will climb in Joker, laying everything into Wolfgang Paco. Will take him down. Tower shot taken by Joker. But they don't need to push any further. 3-1 is the score for both ADCs now. So both are fairly happy to just walk away from these fights without dying. A bit of damage on the towers, and a bit more progress towards their quest, and really getting those gold power spikes. Speaking of power spikes, a lot of power being pumped into the Xayah here. She'll go down. Greasy Screen with the reset will be able to hop straight out. Doesn't have to deal with the karma, and he'll be fairly happy with that exchange. Yes, there is a bit of a CS discrepancy, but a kill's a kill.
Tristana knew, they saw the angle, the bomb, the damage, it was just enough. Quickly dash in, take that kill, get out of that. I just want to pull attention during that. Mbessa and Heimerdinger were also having a fight, of which Heimerdinger has spent his flash going ahead in further fights.
Yeah, with that flash being blown, Rambo now has to play just a little bit more carefully than he would probably like to. If he's gonna be joining these fights for objectives, he's gonna have to get there first to really set up those turrets to be a menace. But one key other summon blown previously was that Rambo does not have his teleport. Agrabah does have his teleport. So if a fight were to break down around this Drake or around the Grubs, Agrabah will be there.
Yeah, I want to, whilst there's no fights happening, let's just quickly go out. So currently we have blue side vision. This is SubUrban's dad's. Again, it's a bit lagging on the Void Grubs and the Drake here. And then we go to the other side. Baldrels in the same kind of regard. No kind of vision going into enemy jungles here, but that is okay. We do have the control ward near the dragon, and Rakan just roamed up towards Drake to put down a ward as well.
Yep, as we can see on the minimap, both teams really wanting to grab like a solid position on that first Drake, but neither team really willing to pull the trigger and start it first. I think they both know that they have roughly equal levels of vision around the pit. On one hand, SubUrban doesn't really want to start the fight because they know it could possibly be a 4v5. No teleport on that Heimerdinger. On the other side, it looks like Baldrels doesn't really want to force anything too hard. They know they have a strong scaling ADC here. They know they have a strong scaling mid laner here. And Ambessa, yes, scaling, but also currently dead.
Yeah, apologies. I didn't quite catch that. That happened really, really quick. I knew there was something happening here, so I was trying to focus on this. But my apologies, Rainbow Cambo, for when you do watch this VOD back. I wish I was watching that, but they looks like both teams are looking for the dragon. Wukong starting it.
Yep, Wukong starting it, and now teleport coming up for Rainbow Cambo as well. So if there's going to be a team fight, he could come down and assist with the rest of the team. At the same time, he could also just stay up top and continue shoving in waves. Want to look for a bit more gold advantage over the Ambessa while he still has that summoner spell lead. And as a result, it looks like the SubUrban dads won't really make too much of a contest on this Drake. That's fine. Yeah. It is the first Drake. Instead, they'll look towards the Grubs, which is currently where the top side of the map, which is currently where their power really is, with that solo kill from the Heimerdinger onto the Ambessa. Placing those turrets will just continue to give them priority, and it will be a fairly easy Grubs take for Whitey here.
Yeah, and honestly, look, the dragon, they had the control ward. You didn't really have any vision. It's probably best. I'm happy with what they decided to do. Was just, hey, we're not going to get dragon. Let's go towards Void Grubs. Let's maybe trade these kind of objectives. One a bit more passive, one a bit more active. So, SubUrban dads, the Void Grubs absolutely come and play alongside the Crystalline Overgrowth, new function of this season. Looking for a couple more tower pushes. Agrabah popping ult, but missing.
Oh, enough to get Rambo to run away, but just as you said, with those Grubs, SubUrban has fairly strong pushing power. The Heimerdinger could, while not the safest, could go split. The Tristana, famous for just mowing down towers with her E and a bit of attack speed. Grub's fairly good pickup for SubUrban dads here.
Yeah, what I might quickly do, actually, whilst we do this, if you can, just keep on casting. I'm going into directed camera. To make this a bit clearer for people on Twitch and in Discord, I'm just going to quickly write down the team names in blue and red at the top of the screen.
Yeah, just while Octo is doing that for us, I'll just give you SubUrban dads are blue right now. Speaking of blue, oh, great engage by the Rakan. Locks them both up. Flashes have to be blown. Tristana is going to keep going forward. She's going to keep laying damage down, but I'm not sure if she can continue. Able to pick up the kill. Cyclone will lock her up, but the reset able to leave the Tristana over the wall. Flash as well, lots burn, and it looks like Greasy Screen is going to be able to get out. A lot of damage being put down, and it will be Karma picking up the kill here. Rakan staying alive as long as possible to set up this jungle edge. Cataclysm comes down. Low HP bars on the side of Baldrels, and the jungle will go down. With all these cooldowns being blown, it looks like that's where the fight will end. But great fight for SubUrban dads. Really nice proactive play from the Rakan, and the result, a kill for Tristana, a kill for Jarvan. A couple of trade backs, but they don't mind that. And now this wonderful directed camera taking us on a wide journey around the rift. We see a couple trades going around in the mid lane. We see a couple trades going up in the top lane. Right now, ultimates are up for Ambessa. They are up for Syndra. So they do have a bit of more onus, but looks like Agrabah, being a little bit more careful, will opt to step back while Rambo just looks for back. Looks like he'll cancel his back, throw a bit more damage towards this Ambessa, and continue to really like control the lane here with the lead that he's able to build for himself.
Yes, again, sorry about that. I am back now. I just wanted to quickly, just a very makeshift kind of version right now. Yeah, so hopefully to people in Twitch and Discord, Baldrels, SubUrban Dads, I've got them on what each side is respectively. Otherwise, it can get very difficult trying to follow that through. But hopefully this should help out, so you can kind of, at a quick glance, know who's on each side. So currently, yeah, we have the Baldrels on red side and Dads on blue side. I will clean it up and make it not look so kind of ugly, I guess, before next game.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit confusing, but we have it now, which will be wonderful. Heading into this fairly even game 2. This is very much not like game 1, where Baldrels built up a lead really early and just continued to snowball off of that. The gold, despite still being Baldrels favored, the vibes, I feel, in SubUrban Dad's side this time.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, which is great to see. We might be going to a game 3 here. Hopefully that I shouldn't have said that. I've heard of Caster's Curse, so I'd like to reset. Oh god, I'd like to reset that as quick as possible.
No,
I am so sorry.
Just as we start speaking a little bit of hope for some of it ads.
Oh no!
Torpedoes will solo kill Ring Stinger here. Despite the plants providing a bit of coverage, that Syndra power still fairly strong from 0-0-0.
Yes, now going into this, we have Dragon in but 10 seconds. Let's quickly go over some gold, eh? So, currently in the top lane, Ambessa's in the lead by about 700 gold. Jungler's pretty equal. Mid laner, Syndra running away with about 5.5k gold. A full 1400 gold lead. Bot laners pretty equal, definitely favoring the Tristana by about a component's worth. And then the supports equal. Fight breaking out over on the Dragon now.
Yeah, but looks like Whitey tries to walk. He gets stunned immediately, but it is 5 members. Red side has taken the Drake. A lot of ultimates being burned to the fight. Zaya ultimate being burned as well. And the pullback, great damage. But it doesn't matter. SubUrban Dad's able to pick up a couple kills. And it looks like they'll chase it. Oh! The hidden orb from Syndra will save Tortrin's life. And at the end of this, we have a 3-for-2 trade in favor of Baldrels, who have also picked up the Drake.
Very nicely done by the Syndra there as she was kind of fleeing and running away. She did drop her Q just behind. Looks like Ambessa trying to pop the ult, missing, but going in on Heimerdinger and taking the kill anyway. Kill goes to Agraha.
Yeah, but looks like Ambessa has sufficiently gotten over the little rough patch in her laning phase, and power fairly even across the board right now in terms of champion strength. Factoring in gold and, of course, the 2 Drakes going up to Baldrels. Baldrels have, in a couple of plays, built themselves a solid lead, which they can now like really spring from and snowball from here. That being said, this time, SubUrban Dads, they do have the tools to really fight back. Rift Herald is up. That could be another site for a fight. And if we look towards the bot lane, it's just Tristana down here. Rakan is roaming around top, looking for a bit more vision for SubUrban Dads, while Greasy's Queen just keeps himself afloat in this lane. Wave going to be pushed and potentially frozen here by the Zaya. And we'll see if SubUrban Dad sends anyone down here to help out Green here.
It looks like towards the Baldrels side here, Wukong roaming his way towards bottom. Might be looking for a gank here. Oh, someone.
Oh, and the gank they will get is what I would have loved to said if the Wukong was here. Oh my god, Grease has been really feeling himself.
Wow.
Almost takes down I Will Climb as well. But in the end, a bit of a favored trade towards Baldrels with them only losing a support. They get an ADC in exchange. And we'll see if Wolfgang Pucker here wants to avenge his partner here. Knock up will be dodged by the Xayah
J4's
ultimate. Those
coming in,
players on the
though.
ground being pulled in, but it's not enough. Whitey will pick up a kill, and I'm not sure. Eliza Lucina looking to trade back to keep this even. Cataclysm comes down, preventing Eliza from really moving, but we'll still be able to pick up Paco. Just a real fist fight down here. Second use of the Cyclone goes down. Whitey will take a bunch of damage, but it will be fairly even health bars by the end of this fight. Speaking of health bars, a couple of them are going real aggro bar. Oh, so close to getting Rambo, but the turrets will shut down the Ambassador here.
Heimerdinger really kind of using those turrets effectively against the Ambassador in the top lane. Leandre is onto the Heimerdinger. Just going to hover, so currently got about 1k damage coming from the Leandres. Mostly focused on the Ambassador so far, and it's really showing with the in the fights happening. Carlos and Barris saying, raise your dongus. Might coin that term going forward, I'm not going to lie. Donging in the top lane, going off.
Yep, real good reasons to be raising your dongas here. The Heimerdinger is really keeping Agrobar in check. Unlike last game, Agrobar really locked into that lane to avoid losing the turret immediately. Speaking of losing immediately, will go down before his top lane can even come down. Agrobar flashing forward, trying to get something down, but the quickness able to keep Agrobar away from Green, and Green will walk out with a kill, and his health bar still intact.
Yeah, Gracious Green with the Ambassador kind of dashing on and then following up with the kind of backblast, blowing the Ambassador back off, really keeping that kind of kiting and that spacing there, which is very nice to see.
Yep, and as we turn our attention towards the mid lane, who have been fairly quiet this game, we can see that Torchins has built up a bit of a kill lead from those skirmishes and fights, but Ringsling is still very much in this despite being down. The CC very valuable from the Zyra, and really great at controlling this lane. Speaking of controlling this lane, oh! So they're able to get except one final order. We'll go down, Torchins really extending this individual lead over the enemy Zyra, and we'll likely see this as the Baron has spawned up. We'll likely see this in team fights where the Zyra is much more utility focused, while the Syndra is also laying down a fair amount of damage in addition to a stun.
Yeah, Blackfire Torch really kind of doing its work there. It's a lot of the Leandres, the Blackfire, a lot of the burn items. You don't really kind of take note of their kind of presence in the item slot until you're running away with low health and you're gone. It's guaranteed death, and it's kind of showing really there up against the Zyra. Fight happening over Dragon here.
Yep, speaking of going Baldrels with 4 of their members down here already, Ringslinger doesn't have the teleport, so he does have to walk back in. So, strong position from Baldrels, vision on, will spot out Ringslinger, and so any dragon fight here will require a bit of finesse from Suburban Dads. They don't quite have vision, goes for the steal, but doesn't quite get it. Drake goes down the middle to Baldrels, and now Suburban Dads reeling, trying to engage, maybe pick something up off the back of that Drake take, but they will be repelled successfully. Baldrels not looking to extend that fight any further. They'll just get out with their prize.
It's nice to see, even in like Division 2. It's rare you see a team fight occur and no one dies, and they kind of just, all right, the objective's gone. Let's shake hands. We've done our work here. Let's leave. They're both teams here between SubUrban Dads and the Baldrels, 13 all. We are looking at Baldrels. They are on their third. They are on Soul Point, third dragon. Sorry. So, and a bit of a gold lead actually forming. About 700 gold lead. So that is going all right.
Yeah, the gold lead is a bit deceptive. With 3 Drakes in hand, Baldrels now they have a bit of a 5-minute break before they get to choose when to fight next. But the first fight's going to be this mid lane punch up. Teleport from Torchins comes in just to kill Ringslinger. And speaking of killing, this tower might not be too long. Oh, not the tower! It will be the Karma, who is the target of the Rift Herald. And then the wall. But I do not think Suburban Dads minds that. they're able to dive on top of this Karma. Wolf Game Paco taking that turret damage, and it will give Greasy Screen the opportunity to reset and get away. Flash blown by the Rakan, looking for another battle dance to maybe escape from his wife. The Missus is mad, and the Missus has been caught out by Jarvan as well. Cataclysm goes down. Wolf Game Paco survives, but despite that fight going in favor of SubUrban Dads, Baldrels has opted to send their forces into the mid lane. That mid lane tower going down off of the back of the solo kill, and that second mid tower almost did as well. Oh no, Shelly!
Yeah, just special shout out to Shelly there. SubUrban Dabs still managing to find a way to get Shelly to proxy bot lane, which is very, very fascinating to see. Ambessa seizing the first, the top T1 tower on blue side. A lot of fight happening, a lot of equal kills. Let's just take a quick look at what the individual gold is. Again, a lot of the gold in the mid lane. We're now looking at a near 4k gold lead. It's about 3,700 towards the Syndra, which is really showing itself. Syndra next back, most certainly going to be able to buy an item very, very soon from the looks of it. Wukong chasing down the Jarvan for J4 here. Dad's looking for a fight in the mid lane.
Yeah, Wolf Game Paco really looking for something. There is still that time he jumps in from Tristana. Might not have been the greatest decision. Cyclone's going to be able to keep him away. Greasy's Queen has to jump out immediately, and now the rest of his team is going to try to follow up. But there's no damage in range. Zyra Snare will lock it up. The ultimate goes a bit wide, and now Baldrels are looking to turn the fight back. And Bethel going crazy in the backline. Gets knocked away by the Tristana ultimate. Trying to look for Tristana will go down eventually, but a lot of damage being done by SubUrban Dads. This could be a fight that they're looking for, but that is not an ambassador they're looking for. Rakan will be able to get away, and they will be able to take down Whitey, but otherwise that fight could have gone a lot worse for SubUrban Dads.
Yeah, look, 2 deaths. That's okay to walk away from. They still have all 3 up. It's this Syndra getting very, very, very scary. Before she backs, let's just take a quick look. She currently is looking at, where are the Splinters of Wrath? I'm not. Unfortunately, yeah. Passive, here we go. Syndra
there it is.
Collect up to 120. Increasing. Yes, okay, so she is full stacks then. She has all 125, so she has all her abilities upgraded. She has an execute, and just does an obscene amount of damage, which is clearly showing it. 5-0, 2 items, 2k she is sitting on in the wallet. And Greed is sick.
Yep. And now we head towards a bit of a lull in the match as the objectives come back up. Octo, how do you think SubUrban Dads want to play out this next fight?
Look, a lot of it, I think, is going to come down to Tristana. She's 8-5. She's got a lot of the kills. A lot of the other players here, they need to just understand the back to front and the support. Looking at the kind of greasiest green playstyle, though, I'm not sure if anyone here in both Twitch chat and Discord, Flying Oysters, Doggo, a very, very aggressive player with a lot of...
Paco already looking for something here. No big commit from except for the Jarvan. Cataclysm comes down immediately at the torture because that's the flash out. But it's given enough distance for the ambassador to dive into the backline. Greasy's Screen goes down immediately, setting up a strong fight for Baldrels. Cyclone as well, locking up members. And look, blue health bar's gone, red health bar's here. The big team fight win for Baldrels. They should be able to take this final Drake for their soul. And look, it was a lot closer, but this is the point of the game where it looks like Baldrels will slowly start pushing their lead even further.
Yeah, SubUrban Dad's jungle is dead. They're not going to be able to steal this unless it comes down to an ability steal, but they don't have a lot of damage here. Heimerdinger ult nearly up, maybe a empowered W, but no. Wukong takes the dragon, and with that, it looks like Baldrels, they're all going to kind of withdraw. That is Soul Point. Ocean Soul going towards Baldrels.
Yep, and we can see a couple pings from SubUrban Dads onto the Baron here. They possibly might be thinking, this is our last chance, we got to grab that Baron, as objective bounties are up. Grabbing any major objective would be a big boost to SubUrban Dads right now. But at the same time, Baldrels probably know they have the power to really fight any fight that they wish around that Baron pit. Vision being placed down by Paco here. will make sure that they'll know exactly when Baldrels wants to start that Baron. And look, Baldrels are going to walk in, claim vision of their own. A bit of a back and forth here until we get to our next team fight.
Yeah, look, I just want to quickly pull out attention. Everyone is kind of posturing towards the top lane. And Bessa, not yet. She's still going to push in the bot lane. She will have teleport in time for the fight. I think that's what the Baldrels are playing for. I think they're kind of delaying this fight until we know that the Ambessa can teleport top. The longer they stay here to Baron, someone's going to have to respond to Ambessa. And it looks like Parker's responding, which might mean that the Baldrels will be going on the Baron if anyone else has to go ahead and respond. But they aren't going on the Baron yet.
Yeah, it will be the support and now the Tristana to defend this bottom tower, but Baldrels know they have the vision, they have a fairly strong position around the Baron pit. They're not too scared of what SubUrban Dads is going to pull out. Their big gun, the Tristana, is down in bot lane, managing waves along with the Rakan. And now we have the teleport in for Agrabah. Baron started up from Baldrels. They know that this is essentially a 5v3 for the next 10 seconds at least. They're going to send all the damage towards that Baron, try to burn it down as quickly as possible. And first, a big public execution is going to land on Rambo. He's going to go down immediately. Damage on the torch in the back is going to force him away. But there are so many healthy health bars from the Baldrels. They can continue to fight. The Tristana now here with the Rakan, able to get one, able to get two. Those are resets available for Greasy Screen. Baron will go down to Baldrels, but they might not be able to get away with it. Wukong force the Flash to survive. And then Bessa, back against the wall, might be able to fight it out. He's able to pick up the Rakan and still able to live, but
Agraha running might look for an execute here if he can delay long enough or go for a back, but Tristana's gonna find him. Oh my god!
Oh!
Agraha, the empowered recall really kind of showing itself there, managing to escape just only by like a bee's dick, let's be honest here, before Tristana came in and took the would have seized another kill.
Yeah, so Baron, something like that. Baldrels do take Baron, but they do not get it for free. A lot of damage being done by SubUrban Dads, taking out 3 of their Barons and leaving only
Wukong and Ambessa, I believe.
Eliza.
Yes, yes, they are the only ones with the Baron.
Ones wearing purple. So Agrabah, as an Ambessa, will likely be looking to split, but without that other added pressure of the rest of his teammates with the Baron buff, might not be able to get as much as he would like off of it, speaking of which Agrabah's going to start a fight with the Rakan, where his health bar's going to immediately shut down. A lot of damage coming from Tristana here. Charm's going to land on Eliza as well. That's the jungler going low. He's able to walk out just because there's no position from SubUrban Dads to really follow up, but that's a lot of damage being put on the Wukong. The Wukong must run away now. The SubUrban Dads going to keep walking forward. Maybe they'll be able to grab this middle lane turret finally. If they are able to get it, it will set them up for the next the Elder Dragon fight.
Looks like Parko just making sure that the tower does do damage still, quickly just walking up to receive a hit, but that is okay. It looks like the Dads, they're going to kind of be posturing towards mid. They want this tower. The Baldrels mid T1 and bot T1 still standing.
Yeah,
kind of Zyra ult coming, Zyra ult kind of coming out. I can only assume to empower any plants there to try and burn down a little bit more health here, but not too much damage coming through. Let's bring items back up again. Zyra, both burn items now, Leandri's and Blackfire, so any kind of hits that they do receive, they're going to be burning for about 200 health here.
Yeah, a lot of power now on the board for both teams with the items, even with the 0-3 scoreline, and almost being Flame Horizon by Tall Trains here. The Zyra lock up whatever damage she can put down with the plants and Leandri's between Blackfire. It might be enough. It will grant them first mid tower now. A lot of gold going back into the pockets of SubUrban Dads, bringing the gold lead only to about 3,000 gold difference. Which heading into this fight, which may very well be our final fight of the night of the game, the Elder Dragon fight. There's not the only key advantage that Baldrels really has here is that their Ocean Soul will keep them fairly healthy. But as you saw in that last fight, Agrabah locked up, wasn't able to hit anything, wasn't even able to get any value off of that Soul. It is an angle for SubUrban Dads to take.
Yeah, which They're hiding in the bushes. They're kind of scouting out. They're going to kind of wait. Eliza standing on... No, not on vision. Actually just getting randomly hit from the looks of it, actually. I think that...
redemption being used as well.
Yeah, I think Parko kind of getting a bit surprised by that. But let's quickly... Before the Elder quickly spawns... it looks like SubUrban Dads, no vision on... one ward on the dragon, but none in the enemy jungle. Red side, no vision across the wall. But they're dragging it out. SubUrban Dads, they're going to have to look for this. Heimerdinger, top lane.
It looks like they're opting to take this 4v5 to try to force Baldrels off of the Elder Dragon, but I don't think they're really scared of this fall.
No.
Why he's doing that? He's looking for a steal, but he's forced to kind of close him away. Is he close enough to land the smite? Unable to land the smite, the dragon goes over to Baldrels. They will burn away the rest of SubUrban Dad here. But speaking of burning away, the Heimerdinger is still alive. He's knocked down that inhibitor turret. He is knocking down that inhibitor. It might be that Remo has made the call. Rush to the Nexus might be exactly what SubUrban Dad needs.
The Heimer might be donging the top lane here, taking both tower and inhib. Bit of a difficult kind of... Elder Dragon, very, very strong kind of power here. Is it worth an inhib? We're going to wait and see, but it is good to see that they did take the top inhib with it, though.
Let's come to this with an optimistic point of view. So, the gold is even now. The gold is fairly even now. We'll have super minions pushing in on top lane, a bit of pressure for SubUrban Dads, and all they have to do is wait out the Elder Dragon, right? Even in 4v5, they did a fair amount of damage even against the Ocean Soul.
Yeah, well, it's going into the like. I don't mean like when you say. Go in with optimism. I'm still very, very optimistic here. It's 22-23, 22 kills going towards the Dads, 23 going towards the Baldrels. Baldrels do have a very small gold lead in terms of the total gold amount here. It's only about a 1.5k here. They do have soul point though going into this, but any fight could go either way. All about positioning and whoever kind of missteps here, if it's a good punish, if they get punished for it, could be the end of the game here. Sounds like Baron coming back in towards the top pit. And Baldrels pinging that they do need vision on it. They currently don't have any vision. They're roaming towards. So let's wait and see what happens in top now.
Yep. So in a bit of a twist for tonight, SubUrban Dads are able to get to the Baron first and fill it with blue vision. That being said, they probably don't feel too confident in taking a straight up 5v5 yet. They want their waves to be in order. They want positioning to be in order. Stuff like this, Wolfgang Puck being hit a little early is not great, but he's able to get out without really burning anything too costly here. We'll look to back to pick up a bit more HP. Well, maybe not. He'll cancel. He wants to stay in the area in case something breaks out. Just a lot of poke being thrown out by Tortrines here as well.
Very quick shout out. Heimerdinger with teleport pushing in the bot lane might look towards that tower. It looks like they're going to step off Baron though, and Bessa is going to respond to the Heimerdinger to try and protect that tower. Yeah, they've kind of decided Baron is too risky. No one's willing to coin toss this, which is a very good assessment to make. Let's be confident. Let's be safe. 36 minutes in.
Oh.
How that doesn't... there we go. I was going to say.
Lucius Green coming in clutch to prevent the back being cancelled by a couple of red minions. But in solidarity, Wolfgang Puck staying to help his ADC as well.
Okay, another kind of... a bit of a sprint top.
Oh, deep engaged by Jabin is very far from the rest of his team. Throws down Cataclysm, forces the flash from Desire, and here comes Tristana jumping in, able to get the karma. Resets are available. Redemption comes in, but it's too late. Zaya goes down. And now, SubUrban Dads with a fairly strong team fight. They might turn their eyes towards the Baron.
Yeah, Dads, go Baron now. It's J4 engaging at the back end of that fight, then immediately getting, like, pushing way ahead of his team, but maybe this is why they went to Rakan and Tristana, because they both followed up, they both dashed in, exactly like Green just dashed over in towards the Ambessa, and with that, Dad's taking the Baron with it, but Agrahar taking...
Oh... You can see Agabus able to pick up 2 of those Baron pins and goes over the wall as well. Despite losing the Baron, they don't want to lose more. They're going to keep sending their forces towards Suburban Dads, who aren't able to escape with their lives. Whitey will go down next. Stopwatch, stasis used by Heimerdinger, but it's not enough to keep him alive. At the end of all this, only the Zyra walks away with the Baron buff. And now with 4 members with fairly long death timers, Baldrels is going to look to take something deeper in the base.
Going to this, Ring Stinger, you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders. You have the lone Baron buff, you are the lone one alive. You need to hold out, you need to try and survive. Hold this Nexus, give up that inhib. Good luck.
His next teammate coming up in 6 seconds, but it might not be early enough. Ring Stinger is going to go down, and it will just be the Tristana and Rakan left to defend these Nexus turrets. Despite Baron going down, that one team fight may be enough for Baldrels to take this game and the series here, with both redemptions coming down, and it might not be enough. The quickness will lock up a couple of members of Baldrels, but their health bars are still way too high. The health bars of Suburban Dads, including their Nexus towers, way too squishy. Minions gonna push in, both turrets are gonna go down eventually. But so will Baldrels in a twist of fate.
Hey, it's not game over yet. Very good, very good kind of over the Baron fight. Baldrels punishing and making sure that nobody walks away with the Baron buff except the Zyra, and then seizing the Zyra's Baron buff and sending it back to the grey screen, but obviously the kind of push, they look to end the game, but it's not going to happen. Dad's kind of following up, but they don't have enough. Everyone's on respawn timers. They're going towards Elder Dragon, actually, from the looks of it. Let's turn Fog of War off. Dad's trying to seize this to maybe get any leg up over the Baldrels.
Yep, so that little blunder by Baldrels over the Nexus Towers are just going to give Suburban Dads an opportunity to take the Elder Dragon. And given how the past couple of fights have gone, this might open up a chance for them to win the game in one fight. Pretty much every member of Suburban Dads getting the Elder buff there. Unfortunately for them, the Baron will respawn about 30 seconds after that buff wears up. But it is a chance for Suburban Dads to take our game 2 and take us to a game 3. Look at the mid lane. We see minions moving up and down. What does that remind you of, guys? It's ARAM, and ARAM is where Suburban Dads shines.
Oh man, Spooky Man pitching in with "This is Div 2, baby." Absolutely, this is why I absolutely love streaming these sort of games. It goes anyway. We are currently in 40 minutes. Soul Point going towards the Baldrels. We don't know who's going to win this. It's very hard to read. They are pushing in towards mid, the ARAM style, as Simon said, kind of coming in. I'm very happy to say, as a man in 2026, I am kicking my feet like a kid here. This is very entertaining to watch, very entertaining to cast.
Yep, all 5 members of Suburban Dads converging on that tower like it's the Howling Abyss. Eliza Luna is actually not spotted on the side here, looking for an opportunity to engage on this backline, but will opt against that as his team's health bar slowly get chipped away. Suburban Dads with that buff are going to comfortably take that tower, and they're going to wait for their next wave to maybe look for an inhib tower.
They looks like they might be rotating towards pushing in the bot lane to try and seize another tower. They're looks like they're not willing to kind of make a brave pick. They're going to play with their cards very close to their chest, make some conservative picks. Pushing this bot lane, they've still got the Eld up, but not for too much longer. I'm pretty sure. Let's quickly take a look.
Yep, there's about a quarter of the duration of the Elder buff remaining. It should net them this tower at the very least, and we'll see if they try to make a bit more use out of it. But given how close the game is, close being the operative word, they might opt to play a little bit safer.
Looks like they're trying to push in that kind of bot tower, but they don't really have a wave. A wave is coming. Are they going to stay around to look for it? And it doesn't look like they've kind of accepted this is a very brave. Let's go back to our conservative playstyle. There is a monster wave in the mid lane for whoever catches that. Hopefully towards either the Zyra, which is the only one not quite full build from the looks of it.
Yeah. Well, one thing we didn't mention while SubUrban Dads were trying to siege the Baldrels base there is that the mid inhib has been down the entire time, and those super minions have been overpowering SubUrban Dads, not so super minions. And so a bit of push in the mid lane will grant Baldrels a bit more space to work with. They're going to start setting up vision around the Baron, which comes up in, I want to say, roughly 40 seconds now, a minute to 40 seconds.
Yep.
And Baldrels looking to really shut down the SubUrban Dads comeback this game. Right here and right now. Still a while to go before the Baron. Both teams are going to be posturing around and looking for vision. Squire's Bloom being used by Baldrels there will spot practically the entire Dad's team. But they are unfazed. Wolfgang Puck still walking forward. He's not scared of these Syndra balls. And he's not scared of anything that might come towards him.
I have a slight suspicion Warwick might be playing on Wolfgang Parko's account because he takes blood. He's stepping forward. He really, really wants it. Scatter the weak, getting 2 stuns there.
Eliza's going to be the first one to initiate the fight, but her health is going down very, very low. Wolfgang Puck also low, but not able to escape. He's going to go down. Teammates falling around him. Xayah, in the minute, we saw her pushing in that mid lane. We'll die for it, and we'll see if that sacrifice is enough to set Baldrels up to end the game. Looks like it's not. A wave is coming in, but SubUrban Dad's still fairly healthy.
This is incredible. During that fight, Xayah trying to looks like a bit of a backdoor on a bit of a side quest. It looks like Baldrels going towards the Baron. They are going to start it. Joker, Karma hiding in the bush, going to try and supplies anyone that might be coming in. Oh, hell! Okay, Heimerdinger teleporting in, and Bessa following up.
We might have a fight on 2 fronts. Agrabah just really wants to clear this wave out. Rambo's going to walk away. He's going to keep his life. But a cheeky play, which begs a cheeky teleport in response. Now, we have a couple of sums down for both teams. SubUrban Dad's going to be able to take a little bit more of a position over Baldrels, who opt to walk back and clear that top wave. And once again, we are very much on a seesaw.
Massive, it looks like Baldrels, big waves getting pushed up in the bot in the mid, a teleport coming in the mid. Dad's gonna take the Baron though. Oh my god, what is going on? I don't know how to read this.
Hey, I remember what happened last time they had a Baron, they got almost wiped immediately. This time though, Greasy is going with his full build, he's gonna try to chase down Agrabah, not scared of any public execution here. And this time, SubUrban Dads will walk away with all of their Baron buffs. So despite Baldrels having waves crash constantly into SubUrban Dad's base, SubUrban Dad's able to make up a bit of the gold in exchange.
This is 45 minutes, 29 kills on Dad's side, 31 kills on Baldrel's side. Next fight, next ace, whoever loses this, this is the kind of game deciding fight here. So Twitch chat, Discord, start spamming the team that you want to survive here.
And speaking of surviving, Wolfgang Puck face checks and immediately goes down. Public execution hits Grid immediately. He gets them with every ability from the Baldrels side. Got him, keep him alive, just so that they can kill him again. Eliza, go down. It's what chicks to save him. So at the end of this.
Fight happening towards Agrahar going in. Sorry, Simon, your mic was peeking out quite a lot there, but it looks like Xayah and Syndra, they're going to push in towards the mid lane. SubUrban Dads are going to back in response, trying to hold that tower. One last little fight.
Yep, sorry about that, Mike. But 2 for 2 trade, removing that Tristana so swiftly is going to keep Baldrels in the driver's seat here. How?
This is insane. What's going on? I don't understand. It's 31-33, 46 minutes. Nice scatter the weak. Getting a nice amount of damage coming out there. It's each fight, 2 for 2, 3 for 3. It's a bloodbath. It's like walking up, who goes over the top first. And again, Elder Dragon spawning. Looks like Baldrels are kind of posturing. They're kind of returning towards the Elder Drake. Dads are here first.
Yeah, Baldrels waiting on their jungler who's just spawned. He's now coming out of base. They don't want to start anything too early. They're also keeping SubUrban Dads from really starting the Drake themselves. Both teams now finding their positions around this dragon pit. Syndra stun doesn't quite hit Tristana, but it's another deep engage from Whitey. He's gonna get held into his Zonya's Hourglass, but instead he'll go down. Torchwings does go down in exchange. Zaya's really pumping damage out, but the Heimerdinger turrets, effectively champions of their own. Health bars, go aggro bar. That Hex shield being popped early, and even at level 20 with all items, has to play very carefully. Big shield, but big poke in exchange. Greasy Screen looking for that reset. Guardian Angel will put aggro bar in stasis, but Greasy Screen will go down. Paco will go down. It's just Ring Stinger again, and he's up against 4 members of Baldrel, now with Elder Dragon bots on their own. And speaking of buffs, those super minions are looking real juicy.
And with that, unfortunately, that is the end of Game 2. This is the final Nexus getting taken of Week 1. Well played to both Baldrels, SubUrban Dads. What a final game! That was insane. That was very, very insane.
You really could not ask for more from the last game of the week from Division 2. A real banger. Don't let that scoreline fool you.
Oh man, what? that was crazy. I am exhausted. That was so much to cast at once. Oh, well played, SubUrban Dads. Well played, Baldrels. Very, Game 1, Dads chasing their tail the entire game. At one point, I think it was like 10-0 or something, 10-0 in kind of kill to deaths. But Game 2, wow. 48 minutes of it could be going any way between all the plays happening towards the top side. Just a lot of objective fighting, and each time an objective was kind of taken, it got really slammed. It got punished. The Elder Dragon, I think that was the Elder Dragon was probably the most effectively used. Each Baron fight, pretty much 1 or 2 people were always walking away from that. So it's a very good game. Any words, Simon?
First cast, I could not ask for more. That was great. SubUrban Dads really put on the show. They really fought back in Game 2, even though the match ends with the 2-0. Huge props to both teams.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like just everyone, Discord, Twitch, round of applause, 07s to both teams there. Really, really nicely played. Baldrels versus the SubUrban Dads. 2-0 in Baldrels' favor here. What we will do, we'll quickly just pull up the captains of we'll pull up the victory captains, the Baldrels captains first. Give a talk to them, give them a rundown, how they're feeling. Like, congratulations, you just won your kind of first proper game in this entire championship.
Yep, and we're just gonna pick up Joker.
Give me just 1 second. I will message him now. I must say, walking away from that, I am cooking. That entire last fight, very, very nicely played by kind of all parties involved there.
Yep. And Joker is here with us now, I think.
I will quickly light him up to speak. Here we go. Joker, how are we feeling? That was a very, very good game. Across like Game 1, like, let's be honest, bit of a stomping. So well played. The Ashe in the top lane, really having the Urgot kind of running back and on the ropes the entire game. Across all lanes, very, very effective. Into Game 2, the adrenaline must have been there. That was all 45, 48 minutes. Could have gone either way. How are you feeling in this moment right now?
You
ups to Suburban Dads. That was an absolute catfight. That was incredible gameplay. Just after the first 5 minutes, it was just non-stop action. I hope the audience really enjoyed it. It was great casting by you guys. We went straight to the stream as soon as we finished to see that last fight. But, yeah, it was really, really great to provide such a good performance for the fans and the audience. And what a great way to open OBL, you know, with a banger series. And yeah, big ups to my team and Suburban Dads for putting on what I hope was a really great show for all the audience out there.
Yeah. It's well, again, that entire series was amazing, and especially game 2. Pleasure watching. You've made it very entertaining. Oh man, wait, I'm seeing 2 of myself on screen. There we go. Very entertaining to watch that entire game 2. I'm across Discord and Twitch. We had a lot of cheering on both teams there. So again, thank you very, very, very much. I'm keen to see going into week 2 how you perform, and I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thanks for having me.
All good. Enjoy. We'll with that, we'll send you back to the audience for now, and we'll try and get the Suburban Dads captain up, eh?
Yep, and that's Whitey, if I remember correctly.
I believe. For future reference, I will get this stuff allocated and ready beforehand. Sorry. It's this is second stream going into this, so I'm going to have a couple snags here and there, but going like, you know, should pull ahead eventually. Where are we? Suburban Dads. Yes, Whitey. There he is. Okay, I will add him now. Alrighty, I have added him. We'll see if he shows up. I'll quickly send him a personal message too. Woo! that was crazy. I'm so keen. I'm casting Div 2. I get to see the kind of games kick in through this. It's that entire session. It could have gone either way between, like, again, game 1, dads fighting for their tail the entire time, trying to pull ahead. Unfortunately, couldn't cut it, couldn't just make it. But game 2 really gave them a run for the money, taking first blood of the game. A lot of the kind of early fights, they get a small lead, but then Baldrels making the recovery, swinging in through the rear. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what they've got going for them in their next game, and hopefully I can get to cast it.
Yeah, great stuff from Division 2. It's really a great precursor to what we're gonna see. Probably both in Division 2 and maybe even a bit of foreshadowing what may happen in Division 1 later on.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to say. I'm excited. This is going forward. Please, across Twitch, across Discord, thank you for joining us here tonight. Hopefully you're here in the future. And Twitch, if you wish to come along and see these kind of games and get in the experience, !Discord, it will bring up an invite link into the actual OBL Discord if you wish to kind of participate and grow this kind of community. I will hopefully be doing a fair chunk of the kind of back screen casting and stuff like that, but yeah, trying to get a hold of Whitey. It's not looking like we're going to be able to get it though for some post-word things. We'll give it about 3-4 more minutes, but unfortunately, if it's a no-show, we might have to wrap up the streams.
Yeah, but I completely understand if he's exhausted after that game, because we didn't even play it.
No, we're sitting here and all we have to do is watch. And I've got like a bead of sweat across my forehead. And game 2, crazy good watch, very entertaining. SubUrban Dads, Baldrels, congratulations. Well done on wrapping out week 1. Again, round of applause to all teams. And I think I will probably have to kind of wrap it up there. It doesn't look like he's going to come along for any last words, unfortunately. But that is okay. So to Twitch and Discord, thank you for coming along to the final game of Week 1 Division 2. Going forward, I would recommend having some sunnies with you. We have some rising stars showing up in a lot of these games. I'm not going to lie.
Fabulous.
I might have been working that one for a bit. But with that, let's run the cinematic, and with that, we'll end the stream. Again, thank you everybody for joining us. Been a pleasure.
Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.